Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Monday Sound Stream. It's been a whole, 3 days since
Two
we
days.
streamed? 2 days?
2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, we streamed
Wow.
on Friday, so it's crazy. We're doing a lot of streaming. Friday stream did very well. So, welcome, everybody. What's up? We got, so many news topics that we're going to have to, go through a bunch of them. So, welcome back from vacation, Zeltrax. Yeah, we're going to do... we did a 5-hour reaction stream to PulseCon on Friday, but we'll do a recap in case anybody wants to know specific thoughts. Plus, I got some updated details on things and things to complain about, which is good.
Woo!
I like
Also,
complaining
before
about
we
stuff.
continue, leave
Yeah.
a like.
Hit
Leave
the
a
like
like.
button.
Leave a
That's-
like. If you swear, use the super chat swear jar, and you want to join our Discord, it's in the link below.
Yep. So we got that's pretty much. That's the basics. I think we should get started. Let's see who's in the chat first. Ryan, give us the rundown.
Welcome, Muteki T, Zeltrax, someone, JoJo Star, Collector K9. As for Jason, Josh Ferrick, Walkman of Doom, Peltrex, Jeremy's Car, and that's everybody. And Andreas, welcome.
Welcome. I think we're ready to just get started. I don't think we should. Bandai put out enough toys to unalive somebody.
But first, time for our weekly
Strike updates. Strike updates. The WGA strike is almost done. The big news is that we've been covering this for months. After 146 days, the WGA has reached a tentative agreement on a new 2023 MBA. That is a minimum basic agreement, which is to say an agreement in principle on all deal points subject to drafting final contract language. So essentially what this means is that the WGA and PTP, who will represent the studios, have concluded negotiations. The WGA feels happy with the deal and are going to draft it up, make it all legal schmeagle, make sure everything's all good, have members vote on it on Tuesday, and if members voted in, that will be the new contract for the next 3 years. We also probably find out what the final agreement was on Tuesday. So that'll be great to see. And the WGA has fought really long and hard for this, and they've done a terrific job. Next stop, SAG. SAG-AFTRA is like, hey, we're ready to make a deal, so expect that to happen soon, because now there's a template for what that deal will be. Also, as a reminder, that IATSE, the International Association for Theater, Stage, Entertainers, which is essentially all the crew, their contract goes up next year, as well as the Animation Guild's contract. So if they end up going on strike, we got to support them the same way we supported WGA and SAG. The good point is that after this long fight, we finally got a light at the end of the tunnel here. So what's really great is that this has happened. Now, the reason why they went after WGA first is because WGA went on strike first. They got to settle this before they settle SAG. If they settle SAG first, then WGA is going to ask for more because they're like, hey, you put us off. We were here first. So that was kind of a good thing. Welcome, Soul Man. So the good part is that we're sort of at the end of the bridge here. Here's the full statement from the WGA on the actual thing. So they said, what we have won in this contract, most particularly, is everything we've gained since May 2nd is due to a willingness of this membership to exercise its power, demonstrate solidarity, walk side by side to endure pain and uncertainty of the past 146 days. It is the leverage generated by your strike in concert with the extraordinary support of our union siblings that finally companies have come back to the table to make a deal. We can say with great pride this deal is exceptional with meaningful gains and protections for writers in every sector of the membership. Welcome, Common Jojo. So this is just good news. It sounds like they're happy with it. We'll get all the final details, this week. Hopefully it'll be finalized, and then we'll get on to SAG. Now,
They're being smart about it.
They are being smart about it, yeah.
Because
talk about lawyers, Jerry.
I always say this. If you don't know, never just read legalese on your own. Even though they like the deal, they're doing a smart thing of having lawyers look at it.
Absolutely.
You never want to read legalese on your own, unless you're fluent in it.
I'm a really good lawyer.
Adding to this, WGA picketing is suspended, so they're not doing picket lines, but SAG-AFTRA are on picket lines, and they are encouraging WGA members to join the SAG picket line. They are still on strike until the strike has been authorized to end, and there is the plan to not resume work until the SAG contract has been made. So that is what we're at with that. And, great little graphic from the Writers Guild here. Tentative agreement reached. So yeah, we'll have more details next week. Probably learn what was in the deal and everything like that. And I will tell you guys all that. But for now, any questions on this week's strike update? Because this is probably the best one we've gotten. I think this is the best news we've gotten in the last 146 days.
It's just like, it's like, thank God, finally.
Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are
train their
pointing.
writers like humans.
Yeah. Welcome, Ghost Trains. A lot of people point the reason why this finally worked out was because the government in California decided to authorize unemployment insurance for striking workers. And then that was when the studios realized their one tactic of just making everybody broke wasn't going to work. So they came back to the table. Muteki, we don't know what the wage increase or anything like that is. We'll find that out. I assume we'll know as soon as they start voting on it, because I think it'll just be made public at that point. So they've been asking, I don't know if they got everything they asked for, but I imagine the main points of wage, residuals, AI, that kind of stuff has been settled in a way that they're happy with.
That's my main concern, is the AI.
Yep. And so if they got an AI and streaming deal that they're satisfied with, then SAG can get the same, because the studios can't come in expecting SAG to get less than what they just gave the writers. SAG could probably even ask for more. Welcome, Spin Dash. So it's good stuff, and happy news. Let's talk about some really crappy news to balance this out, because we don't want to make everything too happy around here, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
What's joy without pain? So
Crunchyroll a year ago. Wait, hold on.
Well, Sony. Let's be honest. Sony.
Infinite. That's a pretty interesting theory. I'd be one to discover more about later. Okay, so Sony, via Crunchyroll, bought RightStuf a year ago. And RightStuf is I'd say the largest anime-specific dealer for Blu-rays, manga, and everything. RightStuf's been owned independently for 35 years. Crunchyroll bought it, or after Sony bought Crunchyroll, and then they bought Funimation, then they made Crunchyroll merge into, they had Crunchyroll eat Funimation. And then now they had Crunchyroll and RightStuf, and then now they're having Crunchyroll merge RightStuf. Now here's the thing. They kept RightStuf running for the last year, but now, nope, October 10th, RightStuf Anime will be shutting down, and all of its products will be moved over to the Crunchyroll store. We do not know exactly any of the details on this, because they will not answer the one question that I want to know, which is, I want to know, is it going to be like when they absorbed Funimation and they kept the dubbing studio and the staff and they just kept doing their stuff as normal but under a new name? Or is this going to be like they're completely shutting everything off of RightStuf and they're taking all that stock and putting it on Crunchyroll store? The language they use...
customer service.
Yeah, and their customer service. So the language they used, where they talked about like, oh, if you make an order from RightStuf, it'll still be fulfilled with RightStuf, even if it's not going to be before October 10th, says to me, and this is what I hope, is that we're going to hopefully see kind of a rebrand more so than they just keep Crunchyroll store and dump RightStuf, because RightStuf has the best customer service, the best packing, the best shipping, the best deals, the best everything. They've been a great great site for like smaller publishers to have their stuff released. They have great sales. They make a ton of money. If Crunchyroll were to completely dump that to do everything like Crunchyroll store, where prices are too insanely high, customer service sucks, packing sucks, everything sucks, it would be much better if this is just a rebrand. Ideally, they should have just left it alone, but we're not living in that, so, that's the thing. And going back to the Monopoly comments, because, the chat has mentioned it, I believe Sony does own a monopoly over the North American anime distribution market, because there is literally nobody that can compete with them. The next biggest publisher is Viz, and they can't
And
even.
that's owned by Warner Brothers. Well, that's owned by Warner Brothers. I'm pretty
They're
sure.
distributed.
Aren't they?
Their Blu-rays are distributed by Warner Brothers. They're actually owned by Kadokawa, I think.
Okay.
But Viz is the next biggest, and they're nowhere near the size of the Crunchyroll Funimation RightStuf merger.
There's
So.
there's the only ones left are like Viz, Aniplex, but they're their own kind of worms.
Well,
and
Aniplex
Sentai.
is owned by Sony.
Oh, right.
Yep,
So
they are.
So-
never
Because
mind.
Fate.
Yeah.
So
Sony,
I know
so
that because
Sony owns Aniplex in Japan, even. So that's
Sony owns Fate.
yeah.
So I think it's the
Viz has-
Sentai,
Blue-
Filmworks, and I think that's it.
Viz, Sentai Filmworks, Discotek, Media Blasters, I think are the last stuff. We'll talk about the Media Blasters thing in a moment, Jeremy Carr. Blue Baron, yeah, Viz has licensed less anime over the years. They're in the manga business more than they are in the anime business.
More, yeah, that's true.
So here's the thing. They're apparently still going to have the RightStuf winter sale, but it'll be called the Crunchyroll holiday sale. There will be, there's apparently an upcoming press release and stuff. Someone pointed out this aged poorly statement of where they said Crunchyroll and RightStuf are going to remain open and be the same thing. So yeah, here's the thing. Anime News Network, they did an article on this. They asked some questions. Crunchyroll revealed to ANN that there will be no effect on Nozomi's licenses, such as for Macross, and projects for RightStuf and Nozomi's kickstarted Dirty Pair will continue as planned. So we don't need to worry about any of the Nozomi Entertainment stuff. That's just going to keep going as is. Crunchyroll also revealed, this is another important point, and this is where I have the theory that this may be, this might be working out. Hopefully, hopefully the best option is coming here. Crunchyroll revealed to ANN that there will be no disruption to international shipping and availability. The company can ship internationally, but notes in the Crunchyroll FAQ list where the company cannot ship, as well as other limitations outside of US and Canada. So that's a thing that, that's a RightStuf thing, not a Crunchyroll thing. So I'm hoping that this is going to be kind of like, let's keep RightStuf, let's rebrand it to Crunchyroll. Yeah, like it's RightStuf and everything but the name is the hopeful thing. Now, Media Blasters John Sarabella, who's the owner of Media Blasters, said in one of his YouTube videos that RightStuf is no longer going to be doing live action. ANN reached out to RightStuf for a comment on that and did not get anything back. So for now, I can't say yes or no in this instance on whether or not that statement is true. We'll have to see. Discotek said on their Reddit that they haven't heard anything about them not carrying live action anymore. So it shouldn't be a problem. I also do think that Sony just hates Media Blasters for some reason, because the second that they bought RightStuf, they banned 18+ stuff and almost gutted Media Blasters' business, and they nearly closed. Which I
find weird. Like, I get porn. I get like ecchi anime is different from porn, but still, they still will release ecchi anime. Or like under the Crunchyroll brand, so it's like I guess there's a difference.
Double standard stuff, yeah, double standards. That boy Steve, you've only missed. We started talking about Crunchyroll shutting down RightStuf to merge it into the Crunchyroll store,
and strike updates.
And then the WGA strike has reached a tentative agreement with the studios and should be resolved this week. There was another thing too that Sean Kleckner, who was the original owner of RightStuf, sold it to Crunchyroll. I imagine that Sony just threw him more money than he could ignore. And I've heard that the guy who owns Discotek is like, nah, I'll just close it before I sell it. So
yeah,
we don't have to worry about that.
I'll take the ship down before it turns into something else.
Exactly. So then, and then the chief operating officer of Crunchyroll RightStuf left Crunchyroll last March. It's a bit of a mess, right now. If you're wanting to get stuff from Crunchyroll or from RightStuf, you want to get your orders in before October 10th if you want it on the RightStuf store. They did say that everything is moving over order wise, and if you have welcome Stephen, listen. If you have orders, like for example, me and many others have this Gundam Blu-ray that got delayed from August 15th to October 15th, and we're like, what's going to go on with that? It's apparently still going to be just done by RightStuf. So like, I guess your like invoice and shipping thing will still say RightStuf. Now they put out this Q&A, this FAQ on the Crunchyroll store in relation to this. Um, it's pretty vague. My biggest question is, and I hope they're keeping the customer service staff, the warehouse, the packing staff, just keep everything in place, and then
Just change the name.
just
That's
change
it.
the name. Just don't touch anything else. Like, get rid of the Crunchyroll store side of things. I'm sitting at. I don't like this news because I would have rather Right Stuff continue to stay independent because I think Sony owning them is terrible for the industry. I think the fact that Sony owns like 75% of the North American anime distribution market is a bad thing. But if we come to a solution where Crunchyroll Store is just the new branding for Right Stuff, I can live with that. Now, the big question I have that they also will not answer, how are prices going to work? Because let me give you guys an example here. If we go to Right Stuff as it is right now, all right, if you want to order One Piece Collection 33, it is $29.99, okay? If you want to order that same release from Crunchyroll Store, it is $39.98. Because Crunchyroll Store, for whatever stupid-ass reason, sells things at list price, not at a discounted list price like every other Blu-ray retailer. The only ones I know that sell at list price is Crunchyroll Store and Barnes & Noble. Here's the thing. If they are going to keep this pricing model where everything is at list price, I'm just going to simply be buying less anime from them. I will still probably buy stuff if they do sales regularly, but if they're going to be selling everything at list price, I'm going to, on top of the shipping rate, yeah. I mean, you get free shipping at 50, which is, probably easier to get to when you're at list price, and Right Stuff was free shipping at 75. I don't want that pricing. Part of what makes Right Stuff works, and part of the reason why I buy as many releases as I do, is because you get them 20-30% off. And if you have to go to Amazon for those discounts, that's just going to be rough. So my biggest concern right now is, are they keeping the fulfillment staff? Are they keeping customer service? And will they keep Right Stuff's prices? If those three things stay intact, I'm not going to really complain about this going forward. But until they answer any of those three questions, I'm going to be sitting here going, I'm watching you very closely, Sony. All right, guys, any questions, comments, concerns for chat and voice chat?
Again, all I just want this to be just a name change and all that stuff, because
it really for now.
Yeah, because I mean, what's the point? Of, because they know, I think they know Right Stuff is well known for how like they are. So what's the point of trying to?
As somebody said on Twitter so poignantly, it's one of the few companies that had a good reputation.
Yeah,
I'm like LPH. Sony has too much.
Yeah.
I mean, although the best you can hope for is like what Dark Claw said, that they especially keep the customer service, keep the people who worked at Right Stuff that knew how to pack things, But it's still bad because they're the only game in town, essentially, because every other distributor is small potatoes compared to them, right?
Yeah. Like every other company out there, it just either publish anime, I think the only one that really has its own store is Sentai. Yeah, and that's it.
And Media Blasters for their 18+ stuff, but they might have to start putting their other stuff on there too.
That's it. I can't think of any
Spindash says
other.
They're probably confident they can gut it for what it's worth and change things up without a noticeable hit. That's what it feels like, because there's a lot of, as many questions as they answered, there's so many more they haven't, and that live action thing is weirding me out, because why did they just reply to A&N going, oh yeah, no, we'll still carry live action? Like, that's an easy thing to answer. Kyle did say Discotek is also saying the shipping and whatnot for orders should be the same facilities and whatnot. Yeah, they were saying something like it's basically the same. I'm hoping that's the case. If it's just they're
Honestly,
like, look, we bought a better store.
Work. Yeah, it's more work to buy a company and shut it all down than
exactly.
Just letting them be the same and just rebranding.
I mean, they keep the Funimation streaming service running still.
I find that so weird.
They legally have to until all the annual subscriptions are done.
Yeah, okay.
They either have to refund annual subscriptions, or they have to wait till all of them run out. And I think Funimation ran a deal one time you could buy 5 years in advance.
Yeah, they had to keep for legal reasons, pretty much. Okay.
Muteki, the main players of Right Stuff could start their own company again, but the question is, do they want to? You know, it's a lot of work, and they're not as young as they were. They started 35 years ago. They're up in age.
Making an anime company is a lot harder than people realize, honestly, because you have to deal with this thing called licensing, and that's a nightmare.
It is not just with money,
just any kind,
but it's
facility.
It's
having a warehouse. I will say though, I do think because of this, there will be some competitor for an anime distribution like storefront will happen because it's inevitable. Someone's going to try to make a shop. They're probably going to be like, kind of like how like Diabolic DVD is, where it's like super kind of underground and they do like the really obscure stuff, but like you can have them help you get stuff that you can't get at major retailers. Like I could see something like that happen. Yeah. Let's see. Jeremy Carr, that's a good question. I wonder how reprints will be since Gundam Blu-rays say RightStuf now, they say Crunchyroll print on the artwork. They did that with a lot of Funimation titles, so it wouldn't surprise me if they did that.
You know what's funny is
man, that's a good question. If the new Gundam Blu-rays, when they ship in October, are they going to have RightStuf logo? Is that why they got delayed? Oh, I just realized. Is that why they delayed them 2 months because they want to put the Crunchyroll name on them, even though you can't watch them on Crunchyroll?
Yep. That's funny. Yesterday I found my Target just
Sony got hit with another ransomware attack.
Wait, what?
Fire Fury says Sony got hit with a ransomware. I'm gonna look this up.
Are you serious?
Oh god. Oh, you know what's funny?
Too much.
You know what's funny?
Oh my god.
At my local.
Yep. A ransom group hacked all of Sony's systems. All right, everybody, go change your passwords on PlayStation and PSN and PlayStation Direct and RightStuf and Crunchyroll. I mean, what's the point of changing to RightStuf at this point? They're merging it all in a couple days.
Yeah. Oh god. Oh god. Anyways, you know what's funny?
Golly.
Yeah, God. You know what's funny? Because yesterday at Target, I don't know why my Target had this, but they had a Final Form Frieza figure art on there. Like, I'm pretty sure
Target will get figure art sometimes now.
But what's funny, because I'm pretty sure it's an older release. Well, it's from the newer Namek figure arts they've been doing.
Yeah.
But it has the Funimation sticker on it.
Yeah. There's the licensed merch has not caught up to that. I mean, I still get Bandai. Like, what was it? My Shine Greymon kit still has a Bluefin brand sticker on it. I'm like, I thought you merged into something else. Bam.
I know that. Yeah, didn't that happen like 2 years ago or something like that?
Yeah, like it's been like I think it's been a year and a half since they changed names. And I've gotten stuff with stickers that say Bandai Namco Collectibles instead of Bluefin, but like still Bluefin's there. All right, let's talk about some Blu-ray news. A lot of this is just updates, but that's what we do. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why not?
We got an episode list for that Ultra 7 anthology. I was asking about this last week, I think, when we saw the cover art. And we're like, that's great cover art, but what does it actually include? Here's our list. We've got Ultra 7 episodes 1, 3, 8, 13, 14, 15, 17, 25, 26, 28, 37, 38, 39, 40, 43, 48, and 49. So like half the show. You know, why not? Return of Ultraman episodes 18 and 38, the episodes 7 appeared in. Ace 13, 14, 26, 27, 39, 44. Again, episodes with 7. Taro 5, 25, 33, 34, 40. Leo 1, 2, 6, 13, 34, 40, 51. Ultraman 80, episode 44. Ultraman Kids, episode 1. Ultraman Neos, episodes 4 and 10. Ultraman Mabius and the Ultra Brothers movie, which is funny considering later news in the day. Mabius, episode 46 and 50, the episodes that 7 appeared in. And then Ultra 7X 1 and 2, Superior 8 Ultraman Brothers, the movie. Ultra Galaxy Mega Monster Battle Never Ending Odyssey, episodes 9 and 13. Mega Monster Battle Ultra Galaxy, the movie. Ultraman Ginga, episodes 10 and 11. Ultraman Zero, the Chronicle, episode 4. Ultraman Orb, the movie, Let Me Borrow the Power of Bonds. And Ultra Fight Orb.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Of content.
Of the stuff that has only been on DVD, it's just 80 Kids and Neos and Mabius. So I don't know if this set's going to be necessarily as worth it as like the other sets where there was more.
I mean, how much is this going to be?
$20.
That's a lot. Like, you get how many movies and
you get 55 episodes and movies.
That's a lot.
I don't
For
know which
20
episode
bucks.
of Leo he runs Dan over with the Jeep, but I imagine it's got to be in here.
I hope it's on here.
There's 7 episodes of Leo in here. One of them's got to be it. Yeah, Andreas mentions the episode from Ultraman 8 doesn't have Ultra 7, just a doppelganger. Look, they had to stretch to get to 55. I might get this to see if the Ultraman Mabius and Ultraman Brothers movie looks better. Because the Mabius movies and specials looked a little crunchy. They still looked good. They're a little crunchier compared to the show. Yeah, I'm hoping Mill Creek signs a new deal, because I can't just sit here reporting on re-releases forever. Anyways, there's also a 16-page booklet that might be new. Maybe it'll be like the Red King book and have like history stuff in it. Update. Star Trek Strange New World Season 2 is coming out on DVD, Blu-ray, Blu-ray Steelbook, 4K, and 4K Blu-ray. So, there's a lot. The 4K Blu-ray Steelbook, however, is going to include some great stuff, including 4 alternate magnetic plates. So if you want to cover Pike with Spock, Uhura, Chapel, or Number 1, you can do that. And it also comes with a poster for the musical episode Subspace Rhapsody. And on top of that, it's going to be a 3-disc set, which means it's like full quality on all of this, which is fantastic. Releasing December 5th, and it will also be including new bonus features not previously seen. So it'll be great. And plus, I like how the interior art included Kirk and Pelia, because they were in like enough episodes to count, I think, as recurring enough to make the Steelbook. Plus, it evens out the image. So this looks terrific. For context, the Blu-ray Steelbook comes with the Subspace Rhapsody poster, but does not have the magnetic covers. But it does have 4 discs instead of 3. So you know they're not trying to compact this too much. And here's the standard 4K cover, which is just like the season 2 poster. The final season of Titans comes out on Blu-ray next month, along with a complete set. And I think it still hits before Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol finally got a release date now.
That's true. I forgot to put it in the news. Doom Patrol's coming back. It finally got a release date. I'm not saying what it is, because I ain't promoting Max for them. But Doom Patrol is coming back, so hooray. Muteki, you can see the postcards on your own. Let's see. Don Ranger Power watched Star Trek's Next Generation pilot movie yet again through a live stream. That's awesome. Star Trek's great. I love Star Trek. All right.
Go watch the 50 minute.
Go watch my 50-minute breakdown of all of Star Trek that I did with my mom. We broke it all down. It was a good time. I forgot to mention what last week's videos were, but it's fine. Everybody watched them. All of last week's videos did really well. I don't need to recap.
even the unboxing.
Oh, dude. The G.I. Joe unboxing I did last Wednesday is like one of the high performers of the month.
That's surprising, honestly.
It's got like way more views than I thought it was going to. I did not watch the new Teen Titans Go about the WB 100, but I will eventually. Boom. Monster Squad's getting a 4K.
Good. This movie's... If you guys not seen this movie's beautiful. I love this movie.
It's terrific, and I gotta tell you guys, I actually haven't seen it.
Really?
I've only ever heard about it. You think I would? You know, look at that lineup, right? I actually have not seen it. I'm totally gonna pick this up, though.
It's such an 80s movie. Yes, and that's a good thing.
It's directed by the same guy that directed the Power Rangers movie, the Mighty Morphin movie.
Really?
Yep. Same guy, I think. Anyways, Monster Squad is coming out on 4K and Blu-ray. You will get... There's 2 different editions. It is a 3-disc set if you buy the 4K. It'll come with 2 commentary tracks, and then a new 4K restoration, Dolby Vision, HDR, you know, the works. There'll also be a 5-part documentary, a conversation with Frankenstein, deleted scenes, animated storyboard sequence, stills gallery, and then a 3rd disc will include a documentary from 2018. So yeah. It's Fred Decker. Was Fred Decker the director of the Mighty Morphin movie, or am I forgetting there's another guy? I'll look this up now. I don't want to throw out infactual information, but I also don't want to try to trust my memory, because I'm pretty bad at that.
I would say there is Lines of Munchkin that does rival Boogie with the Bear.
Yes.
Infactual?
There is.
Yes, there's several lines that rivals Boogie with a Bear.
Oh, right. Brian Spicer was the director of the Mighty Morphin movie. Did Fred Dekker direct for Power Rangers? I feel like I've seen that name attached to Power Rangers.
Did he do the Turbo movie?
That's what I'm checking now.
I'm pretty sure he didn't do the Lionsgate movie.
No. Shuki Levy directed the Turbo movie?
Really?
Huh. Okay. I don't know where Fred Dekker's name kept up. You know what? Why don't I just look up Fred Dekker? I'm already on IMDb.
Yeah,
Like,
I was gonna do that for you.
Where have I seen this man's name, and why did I think Power Rangers?
He's done RoboCop and Predator, the 2018 Predator, RoboCop 3, as writer.
Let's see. Yeah, he's a writer on a lot of things, but was he? Yeah, he's a writer director.
He also wrote Godzilla 1985.
He's only directed 7 things.
Godzilla.
Oh, he directed RoboCop 3. That's what I was thinking of. RoboCop 3 and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie. Same movie, right, guys?
RoboCop's a tokusatsu.
It is.
I mean, it inspired the metal. It actually inspired the metal.
He's basically a metal hero. I mean,
that's true. When's Monster Squad? All right, you guys ready for the sad part about the Monster Squad Blu-ray? Release date November 28th.
Oh, this is missed.
Darn, can't add to the Halloween recap this time. All right, Columbo is coming out November 21st. Pre-orders have gone live. The special features list is officially includes the 1968 movie of the week, Prescription Murder, and the 1971 pilot, as well as a shorter cut of the episode Etude in Black, and optional music and effects tracks for all episodes, in addition to an episode guide booklet. We did lose all those commentaries that were initially announced because Universal sucks.
I'm excited for this.
I'm so psyched for this. It's $149.95 list price, which is what Amazon currently has it up for. They will lower it. If you pre-order it, you will get whatever the lowest price is. I ordered it so I can get whatever lower price is. If you want to jump on a cheaper price right now, if you order it from Kino Lorber's store directly, it's $104.96. So there's that. It's a runtime of, I think, 3,800 minutes, something like that. 63 hours and 20 minutes.
It's long.
Even at 150, that's a good deal. But if it drops down closer to 100, that's going to be great.
Yeah, you know what I'm curious about? Whenever One Piece does an anime ever ends, I'm curious what that box set's gonna look like.
I don't think you could do one box set. I think you'd have to do it like the manga, where they just chunk it out. Toyota Tacoma. The only update on the Columbo special features is that we're getting the 2 pilots, a shorter cut, optional music effects tracks, and an episode guide booklet. Everything else, I mean, I kind of hope Kino Lorber pulls the Discotek, like when they get denied being able to put features on a disc, they're just like, here's this commentary for Gunbuster on YouTube. Here's this PDF of Digimon episode notes. Yeah. So, my personal recommendation, you're planning on picking this up when it comes out, just pre-order it on Amazon if you want to get the lowest price there, or if you want to lock in that 105 from Kino Lorber, go for it. Ships to US and Canada. I really am excited for this. Super stoked.
Can I tell you why I'm excited? It's very quick.
Go for it.
I can screen cap any Columbo shot I want with that set and Photoshop a dual disc onto him.
Yes. Yes.
Any reason why?
Soundout's friend, my friend too. You spoke to him once, but
yes.
But he started his whole meme with Columbo dueling for some reason.
Because he was always one more card. Hey, Commodore 64. Yeah, so, I wish that we could have gotten the bonus features, but maybe they'll come out in some other way. And you never know how these things work. Me pimping out this movie one more time. Blue Beetle is coming out on 4K October 31st.
No!
There will be bonus features. It is coming out on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and then 4K Steelbook exclusive to Best Buy. You will get the bonus features. There's going to be Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos, which is great. It's going to look and sound amazing. There's going to be a 4-part documentary called Blue Beetle Generations, a 2-part feature where Jolo Marduena does some scene study walkthroughs about the Scarab and how it works in the movie. And then you'll get a bonus feature called Nana Knows Best, which is terrific. And then optional English hearing impaired subtitles, Spanish and French subtitles for the main feature. This is what the 4K cover looks like, and it's cool. They're
I can't
also,
wait.
you can see the other cover arts here on the side. I think there's like, this is like the Walmart edition. I'm getting a Steelbook, of course, because it's my jam. But yeah, that's coming out October 31st, literally on Halloween. So
Happy Halloween!
Yep.
Oh, with the blue beetle.
and knowing Best Buy, I'll have it October 30th. So happy Halloween indeed.
I mean, when Jaime got the scare, it was almost a horror movie when the scare was being put on him.
It's true. We have more Bandai toy news than anything else this week. Bandai outdid PulseCon. I don't know
Crazy.
I don't know what bug bit Bandai this week, but they just were like, "Oh yeah, all that stuff we've been sitting on, we're just gonna start putting it up."
This year Hasbro's doing some big events like crap. Put our
Right.
stuff out.
All right,
Probably.
we're gonna have to segment this. Part 1, SMP, the Shogokan modeling project. There's 3 of them.
I miss Will's custom mini plot. It didn't make my mouth murder
I
when I'm trying
know.
to pronounce it.
Spin Dash says, "Geez, Bandai came and attacked me on vacation." Yeah, they heard you went out of town and were like, "Now, unleash the flood." Like, you guys have no idea how much stuff we have to talk about. We're gonna blow through this. All right, first of all,
Fat boy.
completing the Die Rangers Super Mini Pla. I'm just gonna keep calling it that. I don't care anymore. The Die Rangers SMP line. We got Dai Mugen, known to Power Rangers fans as Tor the Shuttle Zord. He is a box. Okay, he's literally just a box with legs.
There's no extra posability. Unlike some, like
Look at the
rest of
posability, though. What the hell? They gave him a neck joint, guys.
That's it. That's the only thing they had. I think. It's just a
Oh, that's true, Spin Dash. It's not complete without Serpent Dai Ryujin.
Serpentera.
Dai Ryujin, I think is the name. Fire Fury got King Odra Tarantula Knight. Nice. I'm sitting here going, I need King Odra mech. Anyways, yeah, they articulated the neck and the mouth. The mouth did work on the original deluxe, and you can pose his legs. You can pose his little legs; they're not static anymore.
Well, but they're like barely, I imagine, because there's not much room and clearance.
JoJo Star said some employee tripped over the box of these toys and said, "Oh crap, we forgot to release these." Yes, they were a person in the Sentai. They were a human that turned into this. They do transform into box with arms.
Box with arms. Good old fat boy.
Love it. Here's the scale next to the others, so it's approximate to the deluxe scale, which is terrific. The head still turns in the robot mode, which is, I love that they're just like, no, we're giving it extra joints. It does have, it says the fan on the back of Dai Mugen's hand rotates, so the fan inside there rotates for whatever reason. You can, of course, hold Ryuseo in there. You can hold One Tiger in there. You can also combine it, of course, with Ryuseo and the Star Beast to do the giant flying fortress of doom. You can also, of course,
and crush people.
And crush people. You can also put One Tiger in Tiger mode inside. It does have, and I like this. Thank you, SMP, because this is the biggest part I hate about the deluxe one. The deluxe one's just like, yeah, just set it there, you're good. They actually put a clip. They have a fold-out clip from where the battery compartment used to be on the deluxe. You can fold out this clip so you can put that sled on there and it'll stay together.
And not just comfortably sit.
Yep. You can also, this is the coolest part too, that clip also raises up so you can have the sled with the Star Beast, and then you can have the One Tiger, and you can view it all at once instead of One Tiger being hidden away from existence. It might be small enough to be in scale with the deluxe Serpentera. That it may be close.
Yeah, I was
it's going to be close. I don't know if it's going to be exact, but it's going to be close.
I see. When was it? Serpentera's foot? Like it was the Tor was the same size as the foot. The Serpentera was it?
Yeah, it'll be closer.
So,
I don't think it's going to be 100%, but it'll be closer. Spin Dash, they had, all it was just little recesses. Yeah, I hate it. Like, every time I pick it up, I think it's solid, and then my Thunder Zords just go falling. That's why I don't put my Super Sentai Artisan.
That's gotta break as soon as that falls.
I don't want to put my Super Sentai Artisan in the combo because I don't want it falling off. I leave Dairino off to its side. SMP Dai Ryujin, I mean, they did do King Jader in Gao Gaigar in full scale, so
but again, Serpentera, or whatever his Japanese name was, he's big. He's supposed to be big.
As someone mentioned, 47 people, well, you all should drop a like. Drop a like to be cooler than the people who didn't drop a like. I agree. Thank you. Please drop a like if you can. I won't say if you can. You all can. Hit the like button, please. Exactly. It helps.
It's free. It's free.
Also, welcome, Mass Radiant. This is a feature I really do like that they included here, is that you can actually store the sword. There's a clip for the sword to go in for Wand Tiger.
So it's not just floating.
Yeah,
floating
it's
out,
not, I always stick it under his legs so that way it like stays flat. But like this, you can just flip it in. Yeah, Spin Dash. I have the SSA Dyrano. I was gonna get Wand Tiger, but then ultimately it was just more expensive than I wanted to spend. Maybe one day, because they're pretty. So I wish we got.
Try to get those now.
I wish we got more Super Sentai Artisan Mecha like they did for the Die Ranger ones, because they were the most gorgeous, beautiful things I'd ever seen Sentai do.
Well, was it? They're kind of bad. Was
yeah.
it?
Oh yeah, I did review Die Reno. Psycho was reminding me. Yeah, it was like $350. Yeah, it was expensive.
Well, was it nowadays? Didn't they do something with Zenkai? Was it? It's
part of the new... Metal Append Zenkaio Jura gown. Yeah, I don't know if that's as nice. Minor spoilers, upcoming videos. I might know soon. But we'll talk about that whenever it shows up. I've been waiting like freaking 3 weeks. But I have a Metal Append Zenkaio coming in. I don't know if it's as nice as the SSA Dyrano, but we'll see.
Didn't Don Brothers have something like that? Where I don't think it was like a big
Don Brothers. They made another Don Robotaro or Momo Robotaro, whatever the torso. They made a different torso so we could sit.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
They do upgrades like that. I mean, Ninja had like the articulated figures.
Well, those are under Artisan. That was back when they used that.
Yeah, and Artisan they had like a Tokyo that could have elbows. I could do a whole. I could probably, you know what? I might do that. Do like a retrospective on like when they've taken a deluxe mecha and upgraded the crap out of it. That would be cool. Robotaro.
The first one was Maji King, right? The first time they were done.
Oh yeah, complete selection Maji King. All right, well, before we go on that deep dive, let me write that down into the video list, because I've been like, I want to do something with mecha. What should I do? That's a great one. All right, Notes app, don't freeze on me now. Come on, I need you. There we go.
No.
Yeah, let's just put down fancy DX mecha upgrades, because I have a bunch of them. I have several. I don't want to say a bunch, but I do have several, so make it happen. Oh, that's good that the Black Oni Tajin used the fancier hips. Okay, so basically that's it. Oh, it'll also come with backdrops for the final attacks for Wand Tiger and Dyrana, which is pretty cool.
That's nice.
So look at that. Ain't that neat? I like this. I like this a lot. Also, it will be coming with cover parts for the legs to Wand Tiger. I don't know exactly why. Someone in chat.
I think it's for posing. I think it's specific for posing. I
chat,
imagine.
Explain to me what's different, because I didn't pay enough attention. Oh wait, I got it. It's leg fillers. There it is.
It's like it's a third party. It's a third party Transformers add-on kit.
Yeah. Yeah, $150 for Tiger Sword's leg colors. Yeah, I mean that's it. This thing is kind of pricey. I think it's like 12,000 yen or something, but it pretty.
That's what.
It pretty.
Mm-hmm. It's a giant box.
I gotta complain now. I'm sorry, guys.
Whoa.
I gotta bitch. The SMP Alternative Destiny Live Robo is on my list of things that I want. I like the way it looks a whole lot, and I was excited to see what Super Live Robo would look like in this style when it combines with Live Boxer. Okay, so there's a problem here. For 9,999 yen to be released in January from P Bandai, there is the SMP Alternative Destiny Sci-Fire and Bison Liner. You're probably wondering, why aren't they calling it Live Boxer? And then follow me with the picks here. Sci-Fire and Bison Liner, Sci-Fire, Super Live Robo, 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 parts count. It doesn't combine into Live Boxer.
Nope, they're just add-on. They're just literally just add-ons.
I kind of hate this, and it kind of kills my enthusiasm for the entire idea. I liked the new design for Live Robo. I do. I like the more modern aesthetics and stuff. I like the way Super Live Robo works. I'm also like, I don't want to spend the money on this set when it can't also become Live Boxer. Spin Dash says they did mention that in the prior blog. Yeah, it sucks, because I think once you see it, you're like, okay, well, where's the Live Boxer mode? And it's
It
like...
really does kind of, we're just extra mech to become armor. That's it. They don't.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I miss. Like, it feels like they don't do that anymore. Whereas, like, there's no range. Like, mecha with no ranger attacks, it's just like, oh, the Zuri mecha will form their own rope. I miss that so much.
I do too.
The last one was what? I think Zoojer.
Yeah, I think so. Say. Yeah. And the interesting part too is when Sci-Fi and Bison Liner showed up, they didn't have rangers attached. Their rangers didn't debut for 3 more episodes. Live Boxer, I would have loved to have seen in this style because it is just a giant block with legs. Which also makes me ask the question, it's just a giant block with legs. You couldn't fit that into the engineering here? Like, it feels weird that it couldn't. Especially for being P Bandai. Like, add some more swap parts. Like, why can't we get a second robot out of this? It kind of takes the piss out of it in a lot of ways. Like, it just is not nearly as exciting as it once was. And yeah, Psycho says they can't use the excuse we don't want to include extra parts. Yeah, the feet aren't attached to Bison Liner; they're their own thing.
It's like a Golden Mark only just turns into the hammer.
Yeah, and it's not something like Super Robot Shigoken where nothing transforms. Yeah, I miss Live Boxer. All right, in weird news, here's a 6-inch tall blue beat.
Yeah, we're just getting SMP Blue Beat out of nowhere.
SMP full kit pose action. He is 5.91 inches tall, so go with your figure arts or your Lightning collection or whatever. He is still a kit. You still got to build him. He comes with, of course, the input magnum, the spiral blade, the drill thingamadoo, the pulse saber.
I'm curious about, is he like a full model? What I'm curious about, is he gonna be a full figure, or is he gonna be like the Simba from the ground? Because I know the Mega Man Battle Knuckle ones are pretty much just the figure with some things you have to build. So I think it's gonna be like Gridman and like the Chainsaw Man ones where you build it from the ground up. So pretty much mini model cats, pretty much. Yeah.
Like a lot of people are saying, Super Blue Beat when? Yeah, I think that could happen because it's a model kit. It's a lot easier to retool than a figure art.
I just wish they did the other tree. It's like weird. He just by himself.
I think they're testing the market, and if he sells, they'll do more. I kind of hope they do. I do not know if I'm going to buy this, but
I mean, for people who missed out on the
I want them, but
for people who missed out on the figure art, because that figure art came out what figure came out in 2014,
and it was P Bandai, and it was really hard to get. Yeah, this is a great. Yeah, this is great. If you've been wanting a blue beat, by all means, probably snap this up.
Or Blue, was it Blue Buster Beetleborg, whatever?
He was wow, can't remember. I will say that if you are looking for him, don't go looking too hard. Big Bad Toy Store's got him, I think, the cheapest so far. So if you're looking for him, Blue Stinger Beetleborg. Thank you, Devbite. But yeah, Muteki, it is 6-inch. It's like 5.91. It's real close. So I think it's terrific. I'm really tempted to get one, but
I'm waiting for my. I'm waiting for my SMP Kabutek and Robotech.
Yeah, money's the big thing. Okay, you guys ready for Figure Rise standard news? That's part 2.
Oh man, I mean, the best model kit line from Bandai.
It really is. Like I say that just owning Digimon ones, but still. Someone said he was the I can't remember. So deep. Yeah, that's just me. Thing is, and people, I have been called a Japanese name elitist, a dub sympathizer, and like all kinds of other names. But legitimately, with these shows that have different names between their English and Japanese versions, whether it's Power Rangers or Beetleborgs or Digimon or whatever, my brain just flip-flops them in my brain. I don't have like a consistent set in there, and sometimes I just can't remember one over the other, so I just go with whichever one's in my brain.
Question for Yu-Gi-Oh! Do you go by dub names or Japanese names?
I don't know the Japanese names for Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. I only know the Japanese names of the Season 1, or the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Cast. I know their Japanese names because I read the manga. Everything else Japanese name Yu-Gi-Oh! I do not know and do not want to learn. It's the same thing with Pokemon. I don't want to learn the Japanese names. I'll start using them. Yeah, I was confident because I love Beetleborgs, but my brain was all B-Fighter wired. Speaking of Yu-Gi-Oh, Blackluster Soldier joins the Figurized Standard Amplified line.
Oh, man, he
They're
looks
getting
so
close to getting me
good.
to buy one of these. This is the third one
He
after
look-
Exodia and Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, Super Chat!
Super
Chat from Brian!
Thank you, Brian.
Love
the channel, Ultraman for the win. I love Ultraman. I need to do more Ultraman videos. Thank you for the Super Chat. I really appreciate that. Blackluster Soldier looks great. I gotta tell you guys, the second they do, like, Stardust Dragon, the same with Ghost Trains, is like, give me Stardust Dragon. They do Stardust Dragon, you guys are gonna see me flip out on a live stream. My love for 5Ds outweighs my love for anything else Yu-Gi-Oh! So, it's the only Yu-Gi-Oh! Show I've watched in dub and sub, completely. It's the only time. It's the only time that I've actually watched both. I usually just, with Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime, I've watched the dub, or in the case of, like, the Toei one, only the sub, because that was it. But I love 5Ds. I watched both. I was like, it's my favorite show. I literally have not finished a Yu-Gi-Oh! Show since, because I don't think anything can top it, or even get close. Sorry, GX, I'll never finish you, because I just can't. Because I started 5Ds and GX at the same time, because that's how the DVDs were going. And then the 5Ds DVDs finished first, and I was like, I hate this ending. What the hell happened? And I went over to Crunchyroll and just watched all of 5Ds subbed, and then I went back to GX, and I was like, I can't, sorry. 5Ds changed me and ruined me all at the same time.
Is that good? It's 5Ds is fantastic.
I love 5Ds. It just hits me on every level. But anyways, Blackluster Soldier looks great.
He looks great. I wanted to get him so bad.
And then Figurized Standard has the next to last Heisei Rider with Gaim.
Gaim. It looks great. I think.
Geigar.
What I'm curious about is, are they gonna future-proof him? Where if they release more armors, can you put the armor? Because they like to do that.
They might, because their promo video was like showing how the parts come together. First of all, like the weapons combine, the lock seeds are separate pieces, and then they're like, "Hey, Kiva's next." But when they showed the parts in this video, it kind of looked like the armor is all molded separate. So maybe there will be part swap stuff. We'll have to see.
That's good, because it's nice
coming out in January.
They want.
So is Blackluster Soldier, by the way. They're coming out in January.
Ugh. No.
Nevbite says, my first thought when watching 5Ds, Yusei looks like a Shin Megami Tensei character.
He does.
He does. That whole show has like Shin Megami and Persona vibes to it.
Indeed.
My opinion on Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster Arts is there isn't enough 5Ds. I can see this form part swapping the way the Den-Out kits do, where like the entire just torso removes, and you have you have a skeleton torso, and then you just split it, that kind of thing.
Give me like model kits of the junk shoulders. They're perfect for it.
Yes. This looks terrific. I'm curious to see how Kiva will go, because that's the hard. They're saving the hardest for last.
Yeah, I'm curious how they get through the chains and everything like that one.
All right, part 3. SH Figuarts, let's go. There's too many.
Oh,
I have to load this in 2 chunks, guys. There's too many Figuarts this week. Jerry Carr said, my advice is what somebody gave me. If you can get past the fruit, it's one of the best Writer series. I liked it when it was more about street dancing and fruit than I did later. I gotta tell you guys. I'm being honest.
Same.
All right. Figuarts time. It's Jin. Oh, I cut his head off. It's Jin Kazama from Tekken 8.
Yeah.
Looking fabulous.
I was saying.
You just said it.
Which
one? You. I just said it. Right.
I would say, because I noticed this recently at Bandai, because this is talking about the figure, but also just them as a company in general. I noticed because alongside these, they announced some, I think, like Figuarts Mini of the Tales of Arise cast.
Yeah.
I think ever since when they rebranded to that new logo, and every product has that logo now, I think they're finally realizing they should make merch of the characters they own.
Right?
Exactly.
It's about time.
They actually own, yeah. What the heck?
Yeah, because I noticed that, because it feels like ever since they got that new Bandai Namco logo, they're trying to be like an actual like one pure company. Because before it was like, oh, this is the Bandai Spirits side, this is the Bandai America, this is the Bandai Namco Games. So like, feels like now they're like, let's make it this all one. So
It
like, 'cause
kind of
we
feels
should have
like
got
they stopped cannibalizing themselves, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's shocking it took this long to get Tekken.
Here's
I
a
know,
shot of
right?
it on display as well, just for consistency. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
because
it has taken a ridiculous amount of time, right? We've been asking for Tekken figures for years.
Shit.
because they first started with the Game Dimension
Mhm.
Tekken figures, which again those figures
Those
still
are coming
good,
to Japan too.
Yeah, like and so we're getting this. So like it really shows that like, hey, Bandai's like maybe we should actually just take advantage of. Hey, we own we own the actual master license for this. We should actually take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's kind of baffling that so many other companies make
In-house.
figures.
Woo. You know?
Yeah.
It's so baffling how many times a Kubiki or something do statues of characters they legally own. Like you're a toy company also. Why don't you take advantage of that?
Yeah, I'd imagine that Figure Arts Tekken 8 is the only Tekken 8 stuff we're gonna get. Like any other company trying to do Tekken 8 won't get to do it because Figure Arts doing it. I think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, because what's weird because the Game Dimension figures like the Kazuya and Hayachi are Tekken 7. But I think the King and Jin are under Tekken 8. So it's kind of interesting for those here. Because what you're saying, the Jins are different. The Jins are different outfits. This is like his.
This is his Tekken 8, and the Game Dimension one is like his classic.
Yeah, which I find interesting. But he looks great. I'm curious if they're gonna do the jacket. It looks like rubber, like a rubber overlay. It looks.
Hopefully, it's not Tiga rubber.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, they are getting Ninjoroids, but Ninjoroids work in their own camp. They're not.
Yeah, because they don't do chibi. They don't like. Because their figure is meanie, but it's not like they're not the same as.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because if anybody remembers, was it Chibi Art or what was it back in the day?
Andrea says we need a crossover between Tekken and Armor Core. Isn't that just Alicia?
Yeah.
She's like an Armor Core, but like a person.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys love Shin Kamen Rider? Because I do, but I don't love it this much. Bandai was like, hey, we're just coming after you, all right? They've been doing like one Shin Kamen Rider figure art at a time. Today they put up 3. I don't say today, I mean the 22nd, but they put up 3 of them in the same day. I am not getting Figma Tears of the Kingdom link because I didn't even buy Tears of the Kingdom because I did not like Breath of the Wild. Sorry, the hot takes are just rolling lately, okay? I can't do anything about this. The Shin Cyclone to go with Kamen Rider 2+1, which was revealed a few weeks ago. It's here. It's $85 and on P Bandai US if you want it. Cool.
At least it's on P Bandai US.
I'm really glad I did not get into this line because it's overwhelming.
I don't.
They was like, movie successful, market it. Movie was successful, market the hell of it.
I love the movie.
It's cool, but I don't want it that bad.
I love the movie, but I don't love it this much.
Exactly.
I mean, if we look, we'll look at it afterwards. Adding to that, the Cyclone version for the Bata Ogs, which were the Shocker Rider equivalents, that's also being made. That's just a repaint. And you can buy, of course, the Bata Ogs themselves, and they're all black with their yellow scarf things and their crazy design. And this is the best look we got of them because Anno decided to shoot that scene entirely in shadow. Of course, they do come with the machine guns. Rider is the Bata Og is Fortnite equipped here. It's ready to go, guys. It's ready to take on Ariana Grande in Fortnite.
Remember, Toei Spider-Man also was a strap.
Yeah. No, that's true, Kyle. Black Sun only got like Black Sun, Shadow Moon, Bike, Human Black Sun, Human Shadow Moon. They just gave up. Like that was it.
They didn't even do the Kaijin forms or anything like
that. Spin Dash brings up a good point. If you want to buy these, there's a free shipping coupon if you spend $150. I used it on Digivices because I'm, Digimon.
That's the more important thing.
That's the more important thing to me. Anyways, the good part is there was 11 of these in the movie, and you can order 11. So unlike when Bandai charged double for the F90 hangers and wouldn't just let me buy as many as I wanted, I ultimately bought none because they charged double. And they were like a limit of 3, and I'm like, but I need 26 of these. They actually were smart, and they let you buy. You can buy 11 of them if you want. So yeah, and the free shipping coupon is for things shipping in the same month. That's a very good point. And it ends on the 30th. So. Anyways, if you guys are wondering if you're into Shin Kamen Rider, there's currently 8 figure arts. Oh, 9, because this doesn't include retail So there's retail 1, who was like $80. 2 was P Bandai 80. Cyclone P Bandai 80, which you need 2 of, because there's 2 of them. Number 0 is $80. The unmasked Hongo is 90. The 2+1 is 80. The bike is 85. The Bata Og bike is 80, and the Bata Ogs are 75, and you need 11 of those. And you also, can you buy 11 bikes?
Army building.
Yep,
army
you can
building
buy 11 bikes. So if you want a complete set from this movie, we still got more to do. Okay, they're not done yet.
I'm surprised they haven't done any of the kite. They
I
just don't
think
like making
Spider
kaijins.
Og, Bat Og, Wasp Og, Chameleon Og hybrid. All of those are coming, I think, at this point because of how many of these things they made. And yeah, no Blu-ray in either Japan nor US.
Yes.
I'm afraid for the US release because of how cursed the Shin movies are over here. But Scorpion Og, yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'd make her because she's a little more skin than usual. But anyways, I love that movie, but I'm not buying those. All right, part 3.2, all the Ultraman figure arts. There's 7 of them.
Oh boy, and how many are actual retail?
None. Well, what? 1/2 is retail. Okay, here we go, guys. Hello, Tella. And Con Digifer.
Oh shit! No! Freaking hack.
Do we need to call Gridman, guys? All right. SH Figure Arts. Ultraman Decker Strong Type. Sorry, let me try that again. Ultraman Decker Strong Type is releasing.
Strong Type.
Will be going up for pre-order in P Bandai Thursday, September 28th. They showed this preview. It's the last Decker form. Ain't they look great together? They still never finished the Trigger forms. They never finished the Tiga forms either, and they've done no forms of Dyna, but they're like, yeah, we're doing Decker. It's very...
I guess Decker's good.
Weird. Yes. Also, Con Digifer said greeting meat things, and I'm just a little concerned.
Oh no.
Next up. This is another thing we'd seen before, but it's just nice to see it happen. The SH Figure Arts Ultraman Suit Zophie, the animation, completing the main 6 Ultra Brothers from the anime, which means we just need Maria and we can be done with this show and move on with our lives.
You guys know that meme of "Stop praising my grandfather, he's too strong."
Yes.
That's just anime Zophie. That's just anime manga Zophie in a nutshell.
So here's the 6 of them together. They look terrific. Funny part, even though in show the design is almost similar, this is a new mold compared to Ultraman because the Ultraman was off the Ultra Act mold. This is a new mold.
Yeah, that mold's old.
Yep. This is releasing in February for 8,800 yen through P Bandai. But if you're in the US and I think some parts of Canada, you can get. He is being released as a retail release in the US, much like the other anime manga Ultra Suits. So.
What's nice is since now with all 6, you can if you're a stop motion animator, you can recreate the second season's dance ending.
Yep, and if they make Marie, then you can do the 3rd one.
Yep.
I'm getting this because I don't know why I ended up collecting all these, but I did. The biggest thing with Zophie is he's got the circles on his chest. Jojo Star asked if the anime is good, and I'll say that is a loaded question depending on who you ask. I enjoyed it. But
I'll say honestly, I say it gets better after season 1. Yeah. Really, that's when it deviates from the manga. But I liked what they do with. I like
season 2 and 3 a lot more than season 1. Okay,
and season 1's closer to the manga, so I'm not sure that says that I'm not a big fan of the manga or anything like that.
SH Figure Arts Dada Human Specimens 5 and 6. This is P Bandai for 9,990 yen, but it also seems to have gotten a US release from what I understand, which is good to see. Also retail like Zophie. This is Dada again, and it's funny because he's a 56. It looks like he was a 56th anniversary edition. No, it's forms 5 and 6.
Which Dada design is this based on?
Forms 5 and 6.
Okay, so we still don't have the Ultraman power.
We don't have powered Dada, but this is 2 more Dada forms with head swaps, which is kind of fun. I don't like Dada that much. Dada creeps me out. I'm going to be honest.
I mean, he's creepy.
But you get 2 extra sets of hands and 3 types of faces.
Did we ever get the hot Dada from the anime as a figure yet?
I don't think so. I don't think. No, we haven't gotten Adad yet. It is just
I know-
faces, not just different heads. It is just different faceplates. The logo on the stand is from episode 28 of Ultraman. So, there you go. I got that. Next up, they are re-releasing Ultraman Orb, Spacium Zaipirion, and Ultraman X as new generation Stars versions. So Spacium Zaipirion here, it's Orb, Spacium Zaipirion. It's got the beam. That's not too crazy. Ultraman X is weird. Okay, so these are going to be 7,700 yen. These are retail, I believe. I don't think these are P Bandai. I think they're retail. We've got Ultraman X, and he comes with the Zandium beam effect. So what's different is that the original Ultraman X figure art came with the Gomora armor, and you had to get the Zandium beam effect with the Mons armor set. So you can do just X on his own with the effect. That's cool. It's the same mold. It looks like they're shinier painted on both of these, but it's nice to see Orb and X out again because it's been a minute for them. Especially Orb Spacium Zaipirion. He hasn't been out in years. They've pretty much only been doing Orb Origin.
So, does that mean, is there a chance that Titus can return?
The next news story will tell you there's no chance of Titus returning. Dada is up for order on Big Bad along with Zophie, for anyone wondering. Big Bad Toy Store has them. All right. So, we've been waiting to see what the next clear color Ultraman would be. They did Taiga, they did Titus, or they did Taiga, they did Fuma. The next clear one should be Titus. Nope, it's X. I mean 0. It's 0. Sorry, I flubbed my own gag. Can I go back to that? All right.
Nope.
So we were wondering what the next clear plastic Ultraman would be after Taiga and Fuma made it seem like Titus would be next. Nope, it's 0.
Just don't drop him. He might shatter to millions of pieces.
JoJo Star, I think Trigger Multi-Type is still available. I think that one was pretty well distributed. Here's the thing, guys. I have a bad feeling that, the mold for Titus got locked to China the way that, certain Transformers get locked to Walmart or Target. Because the only place Titus has come out since the first release was China, and they won't even do a clear color one. The hell? There's no reason to do clear 0, where there was reason to do clear Titus, and Fuma, because they appear as spirits. 0 never looked like this. Moving on.
Technically he did when he's talking to Lito and Jeed.
That doesn't count. Moving on. 7. The 7th Ultraman figure art of the week is The Mystery of Ultra 7, The Mystery of Ultra 7, New York Comic Con exclusive for $62. Similar to how they did the Rise of Ultraman, Rise of Ultraman. This is based on the comic, and it's a repaint, but it's kind of cool because it's comic inspired. All right, we're done with Ultraman. Just kidding. It's roleplay time. We're doing Ultraman. Guys, look at it. It's the Mabius brace. It's back. It's back and better than ever. The Mabius brace is coming back. It was originally released in Ultra Replica, with in a 2-pack with Hikari, and it's a set that now goes for almost $800.
That's back. It came out 2019? It was
2019, yeah. Yeah, Spin Dash, like Rise of Ultraman, expect to see that at every Bandai America affiliate convention in years to come. Definitely. So, releasing in February for 11,000 yen, which is very reasonable, we got the Ultraman Mabius Ultra Replica Mabius Brace Ultra Brothers Edition. This is the same mold, I think, but it's got some new stuff to it. Of course, it has the transformation for Mabius and the sound effects for his laser blade, even though you don't get, an effect for it. That's fine. But you get voice clips for Ultraman 7, Jack, Ace, Leo, and 80, the returning Ultraman from the original, with their actor voices, not their Ultraman voices. And they will have voice lines in this related to Mabius, which is great. And then it also will have sounds for Mabius, Mabius Burning Brave, Mabius Phoenix Brave, Mabius Infinity, and whatever that other one is with the gold accents. I forget the name of it.
That was the Superior 8 Brothers,
the Superior 8 Brothers one. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, Leo and 80 aren't the brothers, but they don't have Taro voices, so you got to fill it out. But it's essentially you get different sound effects, and you get all of these Mabius forms having unique sounds, which is new. Plus, six music tracks included, and of course a stand to rest it on in addition to the brace itself. I want a Mabius brace, and I was waiting for a re-release, so this is just right up my alley. Hopefully, like the other Ultra Replica stuff, it goes up on Amazon Japan, because that'll probably be cheaper.
Isn't the paint slightly different from the original release?
It's a little different, but it's not the Mabius Infinity colors from the Mabius Ultra Brothers movie. That would be more black than red.
I do hope the Hikari...
Toma mentioned I'd like to get this just for the show of voices. Yeah, that's a big thing.
Essentially the original act, like not the voice actor, like the original actors of the hosts. That's really cool.
It's not going to be... I don't know if it's going to be new sounds, because Jax passed away, so I imagine these are archive recordings from the episodes. Yeah. But, yeah.
I really hope Hikari's changer gets released also.
I imagine it will, because they did Gaia and Agul as a set originally, and then the 25th anniversary editions, they did Gaia and Agul separately, and they added stuff to them and changed like the mold on Agul. So I think Hikari's will come out again just a little bit later as its own release. I think it's smart to like split them up, because some people may just want Hikari. Some people may just want Mabius. I want it both. I've been waiting for a re-release on this, and I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully I can get it for a decent price. The Evolt Thruster is getting a 20th anniversary release. I can say that with almost 100% certainty, because the Bandai Narc Hero World teaser video had an Evolt Thruster in it. So, and Andreas, the Taro actor, didn't disappear from existence. He just got very busy, and they kept trying to book him for a return appearance ever since Taro, and it just never worked out. Like, not even once. So, yeah. But this looks great. I totally want to get this. I likely will, and I will probably review it as well, because I love Mabius. Okay.
Great.
Complete selection modification time. Here we go. First things first. It's not much, but we got two teasers. First of all, complete selection modification Genesis driver has been freed from its prison in the deep, dark depths of Bandai. I guess they were like, we got to put something out for the 10th anniversary. There will also be a Energy Lockseed set, and I don't know if they're making the Arrow, but October 6th, we'll find out more. All right, moving on. There also was a teaser for the Shin Kamen Rider CSM Typhoon. They'd done a deluxe one prior. Here's the CSM. They showed it off in a video. It looks gorgeous. And it will have the feature of the Prana releasing with the centerpiece moving forward on a mechanism. So expect that to inflate the price.
Just please don't make the belt leather.
I don't think the belt is leather. It doesn't look leather in this.
God.
It looks plastic. That looks like sturdy plastic. Yeah, it's not leather. The interior would look different. I do want this, but I probably won't buy it because pricing. CSM stuff is getting out of my price range at this point.
Yep, sure is. Golly.
And then the last Bandai news for Japan.
Digivices, you will fight. You'll get them no matter the price.
Yeah, no, Digivices I'll get no matter what the price, because the oh yeah, that was another news topic I forgot to add to here. I'll get this pulled up. Digivices are actual liquid gold magic, so I don't mind the prices on those. Okay, so I have homework for everybody. If you think that I'm nuts talking about the Digivices and how they're magical and stuff, go watch this video. It's on With the Will. But there is a video on Bandai's channel showing off the animations in the Super Complete Selection Animation D3, and they're showing it officially for the first time in not just still images, but actual video presentation. And I gotta tell you, they 99% recreated the Pai Ultraman evolution, and I'm not exactly sure how that happened.
Like, is it full motion? Like, is it actual full motion video?
It is. Like, when I say that, like, the thing is, everything on the previous ones were static images. This thing's got rotating pictures, okay? There is rotating models in this. There is, like, flying dragons, Imperial Dramon nukes that castle like he does. Like, I'm blown away. I am absolutely blown away. And the fact these are going for, like, 118 apiece on Bandai right now is nuts.
I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at this right now.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Like, it's clearly, like, not the same video, but wow, that's actually impressive. They can...
It's such a close approximation that I can't believe that they actually pulled it off. I want to show... Can I show it without sound?
Yeah, you can. You just mute the video.
Let me just mute you guys for a moment, so, like... you guys can't hear the stream for a moment. I just gotta. Yeah, I'll do this. I got it muted. Let me turn you guys back on. Hi, you're back.
Right. Like
So
it honestly reminds. It really feels like an LCD game. Like it reminds me of the crossloader.
yep.
Or Crosslord.
I'm gonna show you guys just the Ultraman one because they put it in a Twitter video. There is previews for Flamemon and Lydramon and Imperial Ultraman as well, and also showing like the digital world gate thing. But here, look at this. I don't know if it'll load properly. Yeah, it's kind of loading.
Excuse me.
I think you guys can see that, like, all right, their mouths don't move when
wow.
their heads talk, but like, this is just an insane level of, oh my god, rotating 3D objects inside of a tiny
thing,
little Digivice.
Right. Seeing that right now. Wow.
And
It's crazy, honestly.
Yeah.
They one-up themselves yet again. And on top of that, for the Digimental forms, you have the option of yelling out Digimental up, or you can have Daisuke say it, and it'll actually show Daisuke's little animation of him saying it, and the little animation of the D terminal, like connecting to it.
Oh wow.
Okay, anyways, we got slight sound there as I went to pause it. Here you go. Here's the picture of, because we didn't have this before. We didn't know if Daisuke's shouting was there. Right there. Look at that. I'm blown away. I'm absolutely blown away.
The way how they're doing the 3D evolution gives me some like nostalgic PS1 FMV vibes. And I kind of love that.
And the fact we can do PS1 FMVs in a tiny little egg.
Right.
The other thing that's interesting is it does say Armor Evolution, but when you go to do the Jogress for Pyodramon, it does say DNA Digivolution on the menu. It's so weird. I can't be blamed for mixing up terms when Bandai can't keep them straight. Okay,
I think because Bandai's playing both audiences, so they're using both terms nowadays. So
they are. So, anyways, I will of course be reviewing these when I get them in May.
Of course.
Also, oh god, I have to wait till May for the US releases, but it's going to be worth the wait because it's going to take a while to manufacture these things. What will be coming much sooner is a brand new DIM card. This is going to be the Digimon Seekers Pulsemon BE Memory DIM card. This is long anticipated because Pulsemon is like it's the rival character's Digimon in the Digimon Seekers web novel.
And he's the mascot of the Vital Bracelet.
Right. So we were waiting for him to hit.
He's free from bundle jail.
We're waiting for him to hit the BE. And the thing is that the nice part is that it's got a brand new lineup. It's not a repeat of the Impulse City DIM from the original Vital Bracelet. Yes, it is P Bandai, unfortunately, like all the other Seekers DIMs. What's weird is we got the Lugamon one in the armband on P Bandai US, but then we didn't get the Ryudomon and Dorumon one. So I don't know if we're going to get this or if they're going to wait and bundle all three together. I don't think Japan is releasing the DC Vital Bracelet. I haven't seen any listings for that. But as part of Digimon Seekers, the reason why they've delayed this is because the Digimon Seekers novel doesn't want to spoil something that people figured out from data mining the Lugamon DIM. So that's why I think this was delayed. I was waiting for this because I wanted to make an order at Zen and TCG of the 02 DIMs and something else. This is my something else. So here's the evolution chart for the Digimon itself. Let me pull this up on my phone so I can, you guys can look at it while I'm reading names because I ain't memorizing stuff today. It's not one of those days, you know. It's not one of those days for memorizing entire DIM lineups. Let me make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. So here's the roster. They have the DC Vital Bracelet on the Bandai Japan calendar. Oh, that's bizarre. All right. So the Digimon, not too surprising, we get the standard Pulsemon evolution line of Dokimon, Bibimon. Wait, here we go. Sorry, I had the cursor on our screen. Dokimon, Bibimon, Pulsemon, Bulkmon, Boutmon, and then Kazuchimon. So that's kind of like your standard lineup, and that's what Leon's Pulsemon in the novel has.
That's Pulsemon's, like, I guess, quote-unquote canon.
Yeah, it's his canon line. Then we have, as the alternate rookie, Kudamon, who becomes Repamon, and then we've got, what is that name? Kirinmon.
Kirinmon
and then not Kintaurusmon, but instead we get Metamon. Yeah,
Is it
Mitamamon. Mitamamon.
Oh.
Which is an alternate mega for Kudamon. Then as additional champions, we've got Thunderballmon and Blade Kuwagamon. And then we've got, let's see, Giromon, Kyukimon, and Metal Life Kuwagamon. So that's pretty interesting. And then our rest of our megas is Raijinmon here. And then we've got Raidenmon. And then the mystery one, which, I'll be honest, I'm going to just spoil it. But it's Fenrir Lugamon Takemikazuchi is the name of it. Takemikazuchi, yes. The Luke, we don't know, because it's going to be essentially Fenrir Lugamon wielding Kazuchimon as a sword. We've seen this from the leaked render. The leaked
is it like how the Ryujimon becomes Alphamon's axe?
Yeah, it's like Alphamon Ryukin mode. So Takemikazuchi is essentially Kazuchimon as Fenrir Lugamon. So what's interesting is it appears here. It's on the Lugamon dim because we have the battle screen. We just don't have any other data on it. So people assumed it was a jogress between Fenrir Lugamon and Kazuchimon. Now, here's the thing. They put it here like it's a normal Evo. I still think it's a jogress because it's got a red background, not a blue one. And if we're going based on previous dim lineups, the adventure mode has 2 mega levels that you can unlock. So I think this is actually you actually need the Lugamon and the Pulsemon in order to get that form. It's going to be a jogress between those two, which I think will be the first jogress between dim cards that aren't sold together, since they are sold separately. But yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that shakes out. But then yes, the actual adventure mode lineup, which you have to unlock through adventure mode, is actually all Shoutmon, which surprised me.
What?
Yeah, it's Shoutmon, Shoutmon Cross 4, Omega Shoutmon, Shoutmon DX, and then Shoutmon Cross 7. So
okay,
cool with me. I mean, Metal Life Kuwagamon's here. Arrestor Dramon, Gumdramon and Arrestor Dramon and Arrestor Dramon Superior are on the Dragonic Blaze dim, so it's not like we haven't gotten Cross Wars. It's just funny that Shoutmon ended up on Pulsemons.
I guess because I don't think Shoutmon ever got an official baby form.
He never did, yeah. So you'd have to put him in on a dim that already has a baby form. Yeah. But yeah, there you go. You can get a Shoutmon evolution. You can either be DX or Cross 7.
Woo!
Anyways, I'll be getting that later. I don't know if I'm going to review it. That's what I'm talking about now. One more Bandai news story.
It keeps coming.
All right. Bandai's Anime Heroes line. Oh, God, I forgot about the CSM Core Metal Ankh set. There's a CSM Core Metal Ankh set. It's Ankh Metals again. Let's talk about Luffy. He's Monkey D. Luffy. He's going to be king of the pirates. So the Monkey D. Luffy Dressrosa arc look. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Dressrosa, yeah.
Dressrosa, yeah. He's got like a Hawaiian shirt with sunflowers on it. It's basically like a repaint of the regular Luffy, right?
It's a repaint with new forearms, pretty much. So shoulders and a new head sculpt. Pretty much. They like the same budget figure to save costs is to repaint. Like you look at the Naruto, anime hero stuff. There's like 7 Narutos because they save money. Making repaints of because with anime heroes they can't reuse molds as much.
So yeah, anytime they can do a variant, they will.
Mm-hmm.
Muteki, I didn't even know the Sandland figure where it's got pictures.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, dope.
Well, we'll talk about that later. I do not have the brain capacity to go look those up right now. There was too much Bandai. No, don't worry about it. We'll talk about it next week.
Oh,
all right.
I'll say put them in the stream chat, but all right.
Let me just put, because I don't want to have to deal with like Bandai pages and stuff. Like if there's pre-order pages next week, it's easier to load a product page than the actual Bandai page. All right, I'll put Sandland SHFs. It's in a note for next week. We'll talk about it next week. There's just too much. There's too much this week, guys. There's too much.
Remember, we still haven't got to PulseCon.
I know. I'm trying to finish this up in 3 minutes here. All right, let's go. Anime Heroes Dingy, Chainsaw Man. Here's pictures.
So,
we don't know where they came from.
I literally cannot find where these pictures came from, but they're out there. Honestly, for like a budget Denji, he's not bad at all. Like a $20 figure, probably.
He looks
pretty
great.
Good.
Infinite, I can't answer your question. I have not gotten far enough in One Piece for context. I just got to Drum Island, so I don't know. This looks like a good alternative to the figure art. I think. God, no. Am I gonna get sabotaged in the comments if I say this?
What?
Should I just say my? Do I have another hot take on Chainsaw Man again? It's gonna happen.
What?
Okay, all right.
I like how I'm rubbing my hands together after you say that.
The SH figure art. Let me bring it in again. I'm gonna say this. This is a good figure. That's not me complaining. The SH figure art carries the sauce of the manga. Okay. This looks like the bland CG model they used for the fight scenes in the anime.
It's probably what the reference they got.
And so that means it is more anime accurate. But boy, do I love this figure art more.
I mean, it's probably the same thing for the It's probably the same thing as the Figma, because god, the Figma Chainsaw Man is awful. I don't not like that figure. Like this Anime Hero one is much better, honestly.
I think this looks better than the Figma. Yeah, if you're wanting to get like a nice, affordable Chainsaw Man, I totally grab that. If you want a really good Chainsaw Man, I think the figure art.
Also, probably one that doesn't hurt you. You try to
this thing's doled out, not like this thing, which could actually probably cut me. I will fight guys on roofs, but not apologize about my comments about somebody last week. I'm gonna say a name. Of course, it carries the sauce Soundout. It's covered in it. Thank you, Infinite. That's pretty great. Yeah, I think it's really good. I don't know what's going on with Digimon Anime Heroes. I floated this idea out to Ryan in a conversation. I think you agree with me.
We had on Friday, I'm pretty sure, on the full stream.
Yeah, it's like Anime Heroes only can do so many figures at a time. And I think they made three Digimon and then wanted to see how they'd sell before even developing any other ones. So
yeah, because when Anime Heroes is all one line, it's not like the One Piece, Naruto. They're all like separate. No, they're all under one line.
Exactly.
So
like Dragon Stars is separate, but Anime Heroes is one line.
So they need and unlike Dragon Ball, where they could reuse the same gi molds, a lot of people wear the same gi. All Anime Heroes had to be unique sculpts, so they probably had to figure budget out. And
the Digimon ones are huge, so it's hard to figure out.
There's only certain repaints they could do. Like they could do of the three they have, they only could do Blackmore Greymon, because there's no. I guess Omnimon Swartz. I guess
they could do Omnimon Zwart, and they could do Beelzemon Blast Mode, but that's gonna have to be a deluxe set, like the Dragon Ball ones that come with effects.
That has to be under Anime Heroes Beyond, which is the deluxe figures.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I just want to comment about the pricing of Anime Heroes, because those Anime Hero Beyond / Dragon Stars deluxe figures are only $25. They're the price of a.
I thought they were 30.
No, they are the price of a normal Marvel Legend.
Bandai's crazy. I appreciate Anime Heroes and Dragon Stars a lot. I'm gonna probably get into the One Piece line at this point because
they're good figures. I have majority of them. They're really good.
All right. Non-Bandai news. We finally reached it. Morrigan from Darkstalkers coming to Storm Collectibles. We saw her prototype like almost 2 years ago. Boom, she coming. They teased her with the bat that looks exactly the same as Dimitri's, but whatever. Morrigan is coming.
Finally.
More on that later. Speaking of fighting games, Jada Toys Ken is now up for pre-order, tentatively scheduled for January.
This all this stuff reminds me. And this morning I was like, oh yeah, I need to get the Soul Bad Guy Storm Collectible figure, because that's out now. I need to get that. It was like $95.
Ken looks great. And then the last piece of toy news that's not Hasbro, the Playmates Enterprise D went up for pre-order for November this morning and sold out pretty quick because I think they put it up too early. But we can finally get a look at Playmates' new Enterprise D electronic ship. It has a saucer section that separates like it did in like 3 episodes of TNG. It's got lights and sounds, similar button system to their original series Enterprise. Of course, lights on the nacelles, and it just looks spectacular. I don't see the stand. Is there a stand? Please tell me there's a stand. It does say display stand included. There is no picture. There's no picture of the stand. Okay, I hope it includes a stand, because the original TNG Enterprise D they did in the 90s didn't have a stand, and it was the only one that didn't after a certain point, and it was really awkward. It says it includes a stand. There's just no picture of it.
The first Enterprise from Playmates came with a stand? The
it
new
had an
one.
articulating stand, even.
So probably the same. They're probably just the same one.
And I imagine just like the original series Enterprise, this retro box is going to be U.S. exclusive, and then the UK will get a more modern Trek box. The saucer section separating has sold me on this, so I'm going to get it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it right away because that other Enterprise hung around for a very, very long time in stores.
All Star Trek Playmates shelf warm.
Yep, because they botched that line out the gate. I was being nice to them earlier, but now I'm kind of sick and tired of them not doing anything with it.
Not do it.
Yeah.
Rip them apart.
I don't know if it has an accurate number of windows, nor do I care at this point. All right, we're going to recap PulseCon in case you weren't here for the 5-hour stream on Friday. Plus, we have some other little updates. First things first, Power Rangers. It showed. It was exactly what I expected. Master Morpher,
Welcome Wheels.
Omega Rangers.
Wait, Welcome Wheels. We mentioned Hasbro and summoned Wheels.
Oh, that's... Well, there you go.
Recap.
So, the Omega Rangers are official. Do we need to talk about them anymore? Yes. The Omega Rangers were listed as... let's see if I can find the screen cap here. Hold on, where's
they supposed to be like Amazon exclusive or something like that?
No. They were always Pulse exclusive. I don't know what you're...
Okay.
They were always Pulse exclusive from the leaks. I wish Tokyo Nation screen cap the shot that said pre-order at 4 p.m. Eastern, because it wasn't a pre-order. It was in stock. They sold out late Friday, and then apparently we had to wait till Monday when someone got back into the office to put them up for pre-order for November 1st. So they're up for pre-order now. And then the Master Morpher, which we have already seen because it released in Australia. It went up for... It was also... They said in stock, so they were right on that. It was in stock. It sold out. An hour later, they put up pre-orders for November 1st. So if you're looking to get these, they are Pulse exclusive. Ghost Train Star Wars Black Series was so bad, I left it out of the recap. I was insulted. And now, the big problem, which is the Omega Rangers did not make it to the UK. The Master Morpher sold out in 3 minutes and did not get pre-orders. So the only way to get them in the UK right now is to win the giveaways.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just be lucky, right? Just be lucky.
Yep, just be lucky, because they're only giving out one of each. So Pulse UK kind of screwed the pooch here. They didn't put the Omega Rangers up, and they sold out the Master Morpher and have no stock coming in. And that is absolutely ridiculous. Fix your stuff, Hasbro. Come on. So, that's it. That's it for Power Rangers. I don't know. You guys got any thoughts?
It really represents how much...
It's weird that they wanted to make it con exclusive in their title. Like, we're gonna call it a con exclusive, and I'm like...
They're never con exclusives. They're just Pulse exclusives that launch during a digital event.
I know, but they make it seem like it's less limited than it really is.
Yep.
I mean, it really shows how much Hasbro care about this brand.
Here's the thing, I will say, out of all the exclusives, the Master Morpher sold out first, so that showed the demand. And that the Transformers and Marvel exclusives never sold out, whereas both Power Rangers ones did. So it shows that people definitely want to buy Power Rangers when you offer them things that are good.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Who knew, right?
Speaking of good, let's talk.
Got Super Sentai fans to want to get this thing, and Super Sentai actors want to get it.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, "Yo, what is this?" Like, I saw Go On Red and a bunch of like Jew Ranger actors going, "Yo, I want this."
Yep. Let's talk about good things. I balanced this out pretty good. So G.I. Joe, there was some name-only reveals. Let's talk about those first. Metalhead, Night Creepers, Cobra Ferret, Dreadnought, Nagahide, a retro-carded Beachhead, a retro-carded Eel, and a retro-carded Snow Serpent. We will see all those eventually, so, like, no big deal. Yeah, I just wanted to name them, so that'll be fun.
Hey,
yeah.
Forget, Ben's favorite G.I. Joe is Flint.
Okay.
Because we were dropping names. I was like, we just dropping names. So I just wanted to say Ben's.
I don't know why that would say. I don't know if that has any reference point.
Oh no, there's a reference point.
Anyways, let's see. Daniel Falconer says, surprising initial stock in the Master Morpher, or Omega sold faster than the Master Morpher. No, the Omega sold Master Morpher sold out like I think it was 2 hours after it went up. Omega sold out 6 hours after they went up. So Omega stuck a little bit longer.
I think it's just because they went back that the Master Morpher went back in stock quicker.
And that was
I thought that the Omega sold out.
Yeah, because the thing is, the Omegas we thought were gone all weekend. My guess is just that the Master Morpher sold out while people were in the office to activate the pre-order, whereas the Omegas sold out after people left the office, and so they didn't get around to doing it till today. Even though it should have just been automatic, but whatever. Hasbro doesn't need people making them look bad. They do that fine all the way themselves. Yep. But back to G.I. Joe. We had our render reveals now in high quality, so we can actually see Big Boa's nipples. Here's
right,
Big
they talked
Boa.
about that live on stream.
They talked about it live on stream. I'm allowed to repeat it.
Yep.
They're very proud of his nipples.
Quoting.
He is a boxer, so they gave him... I didn't even notice the missing tooth in his unmasked head, which is just terrific. Here is Airborne. We'd seen Night Force Airborne with the Dragonfly. Psychos, we're not hurrying to Star Wars because Star Wars had a worse presentation than Power Rangers. Power Rangers showed us stuff we already knew was coming, but didn't try to overextend it. Star Wars was like, we have so many exciting reveals, and like 80% of it was reissues.
Re-release.
Even their pipeline was just, here's more reissues. And Black Series had 2 new figures that weren't even accurate, and then their pipeline was just all reissues. Ridiculous. Anyways, Airborne in his normal colors, which is cool because we saw Night Force Airborne as part of the Dragonfly. Metalhead was one of the name-only reveals, and then he was also a digital render. That was a little awkward, but whatever. This is a deluxe pack. There was missiles and effects, and he's got a backpack with like shoulder-mounted things, and he has Cold Slither tattooed on his metal plate. So that's a deep-cut reference to the cartoon when Cobra's new plan on how to take over the world was to distract people with a rock band led by Zartan called Cold Slither. Love it.
My favorite idea was when they wanted to do a preschool.
Oh, that was not in a good cartoon though. That was in the Deke show, Cobra Kindergarten.
Wait, that's a real episode?
That's a real episode.
Yes.
Of the Deke show. Yes. Here is Mutt and Junkyard. Mutt looks good. You know, he's got like scally face and accessories, and Junkyard's just a good little boy. Look at him. Love him. Infinite, yeah, they kind of mixing in more of the classic style stuff with the modern. I think when they went all modern, there was a bunch of people that weren't like into it, and then so I kind of like this balance where they kind of do a mixture of classic modern. Like Mutt and Junkyard here are classic inspired, but definitely have modern elements, and so I kind of like that.
I think that's how you make G.I. Joe better. Is you make them look at least modern, but you have to have it still like what if we just
classic aesthetic, but with modern sensibility, right?
Because pure classic just looks kind of ass in this era.
Well, yeah, it's just more of like you can't go pure classic because like a lot of people a lot of younger people won't be interested because they're just very generic military designs like back in the day.
Duke was just I'm gonna wear leather gloves.
We'll get to him in a moment. I was gonna say a good example is how they did a modern Firefly and now they're doing a classic Firefly. I think we'll see more of that. Like the iconic characters will get 2 variants. Mutt is the guy and Junkyard's the dog. So that's the fun part. This is going to be a deluxe pack, and I was just noticing he's got 6 extra hands, which is incredible. Quick Kick is coming with a bunch of weapons. Like I made the joke on the reaction. I was like, that's just a better Shang-Chi figure than the one Marvel gave us.
Yeah.
Yep. I had mentioned I wanted Techno Vipers in Wednesday's video. Here's my Techno Viper. Yay. Paul Traxler is a good point. Yeah, the line going Pulse UK exclusive in the UK is in Europe is just dumb. They need to start balancing it out. Here's Retro Scarlet. She will be on a retro card, but the retro cards are no longer Walmart exclusive, and they are thickening the card back so they won't be all paper thin like the Walmart ones were.
Too easy.
We knew the Scarlet was coming because Glinda uses this mold. So,
as you said in the Wednesday video, it's one of those like even though I much prefer plastic packaging, the G.I. Joe classified plastic-free packaging is actually too good.
Yeah, it really is. It holds the figures better than plastic packaging, honestly.
I just like the locker system the most, honestly.
I do too. I keep all my accessories in those boxes now. I'll just like combine like a whole wave into one box, but yeah.
No? Remember Star Wars lockers?
Yeah, I remember the Star Wars lockers. Those were good. Scarlet does have 2 ponytails, by the way. I'm just showing one detached. She has 2 different ones, like a lax and a windblown. Terrific looking figure. We're getting regular Rakondo. We had Tiger Force Rakondo before. We're getting regular Rakondo. He's going to be on a retro card instead of normal packaging, which I think is a good way to redo those characters we're getting as Force variants first. Put them out on retro cards, just to mix it up a little bit. And then we're getting a retro classic looking Duke, which goes with the classic Cobra Commander. It's coming to his tank and stuff. And yes, his backpack shovel does say G.I. Joe, Real American Hero. Where there's trouble over land and sea and air, G.I. Joe is there. So
I'm surprised they could fit all that onto that shovel.
They fit it all in. Rakondo is a G.I. Joe. But yeah, he looks good. I will probably get that because I think at this point I'm going to have like modern, classic, Night Force, Tiger Force, Python Patrol, Crimson. You know, I'm just going to start mixing up. There's only these subsets of this collection. Here's what we were talking about earlier. That the classified series is celebrating G.I. Joe's 60th by introducing generic troops. This is going to be the... What was his name? He's like the Desert Commando or the Desert Trooper or something like that. Look at that. That's all that stuff coming in a deluxe package. Good generic army troop for your G.I. Joe. Or just, you know, kind of just, hey, you want some army guys? Here you go. 2 head options, extra hands, guns, weapons, magazine clips, stand. Like, these are really cool. And then they're also doing a diver as well. Same kind of setup where you just every accessory you could come with. Plus some new ones that the Eel and Torpedo didn't have, which is really, really cool. I agree better than Valaverse. Valaverse's stuff gets really kind of weak sauce, honestly. I think Valaverse had a good idea, but they didn't follow up on it with interesting designs. Okay, so that was all the digital renders. The things that went up for pre-order. Excuse me. Things we got for pre-order. The Crimson Strike Team set is a PulseCon exclusive. It is shipping November 15th, according to Pulse. Infinite, I like your comment. This set includes Crimson Baroness, Crimson Tomax, and Crimson Zaymot. Baroness is upgraded. She now has double jointed elbows, which has not happened before. I imagine we will see a Baroness on a retro card in the classic black or the blue. Either or. We will talk about Marvel and Muteki. We're still getting through G.I. Joe. She's also got this really cool Cobra Skull mask, which I think is great. 3 of them look great. They'll go well with all the Cobra Trooper variants we've been getting in Crimson colors. So it'll kind of fill out that team. They come in a briefcase. We'll move on because I'll be reviewing these at some point. Moving on. We had pre-orders go up for, what was this, Buzzsaw? Is his name Buzzsaw? That's not right. That's not right. That's not his name. Ripper. This is Ripper. Buzzer's later.
Oh, yes.
The Dreadnought known as Ripper. Looking really cool. Great thing. Glasses removable, weapons, all kinds of good stuff. Guns, weapons. He's figure 102, by the way, in case you're wondering how many of these I bought. Ripper is also Australian. Here's General Hawk, looking super, super cool. He's kind of more generic.
I love his beard.
His first name, Mike?
No, it's... actually, what is his first name? Clayton. Clayton Abernathy.
Mike would be a better name.
I agree.
Well, if you can get it past the radar, sure.
Yep. My girl, Agent Helix, look at her. She's terrific. Great character, great looking figure.
She looks great.
I love her, like,
awesome.
arm blade things. Love it. Her swords. She even got, like, a curry knife in her back pocket, plus guns. Like, these figures just come with a stupid amount of accessories, and I never want them to stop. 102, yeah,
Well,
2 packs and doubles.
Point, it's reasonable.
Yeah, no, it's one. The thing is, I think I mentioned in my video on the unboxing on Wednesday. I was like,
Power Rangers not do this.
This is the one Hasbro line that if they stay at 25, like if they
worth the price,
they're worth the 25. This is the one line that it's like worth the 25 Here's
what I've seen, yeah.
Here's Shockwave. He is a right.
Not that one. Not that one.
Not the purple laser gun guy. This is the
hashtag not my Shockwave.
Hey, hashtag he kept your Shockwave's trademark though.
We're not sure yet. We're not Shock Blast anymore.
Yep. Anyways, he looks terrific. And then rounding out the wave is good old Buzza. He's part of the Dreadnoks as well. They're like, oh, hey, sorry we haven't given you any Dreadnoks. Here's 2 in 1 wave. And we're getting more of them, so we should be finishing that team pretty good. All right, Marvel time. We're gonna
Marvel.
Marvel did some good things.
I thought Marvel had a solid presentation.
Yeah.
First things first, they have white antenna for Giant Man now. That's been included. And they didn't have this ready when they launched the campaign, but he will come with 3 sets of eyes. So he can look straight ahead, he can side-eye you like a McFarlane Toys figure from 2022, or he can look down at you. So,
and they're not full posable, so you can't make him cross-eyed.
Essentially, they're just plates, because they realize when they're doing the swapping faces that could just be a removable piece anyway, so it's just you swap the eyes between whichever face you want. Love that. Making a thing that's already worth it even more worth it. So, terrific. Marvel's attempt at a better Wonder Woman figure than Todd McFarlane can do is here, Power Princess. She's part of this Build-A-Figure wave. This is Void. Void looks insane. I feel like we skipped over some images. Yeah, we kind of did. Anyways, here's Void. I want this. I don't even
like that.
I don't need story context, guys. I just want this as an action figure.
This thing looks insane. This is like one of the most insane Build-A-Figures I've seen in forever.
Right? This looks like a McFarlane figure. And I mean that affectionately, too.
Speaking of, I mean, we're not covering it, but have you seen the Santa Batman?
I did see the Santa Batman. We'll talk about more of that when we get full pictures.
Next week.
We're getting a new Black Panther. Similar to the previous one, he was on the Vulcan body, but he's got this gold armor and the full cape. I'm in. I didn't need another Black Panther, but I'm in. He's beautiful. Look at him.
Lie. We always need more Black Panther.
We always do. Yeah, I can never be done with Black Panther. He looks great, though. Namorita, she's going to be in the modern costume. They did kind of half confirm they're making a classic Namorita later, but it's great to see Namorita nonetheless.
I saw it at, next year's SDCC.
She might, I was thinking she'd be in a multi-pack to, finish off classic New Warriors or something like that. She's great. And then we're also getting Savage Namor. Not 100% accurate to the Savage Namor comic look. This is definitely, parts reuse, man. I'm digging it, though. That head sculpt is great. Looks freaking cool.
The hair is gorgeous.
The hair's amazing. I love the armor, too. I'm totally into that. Then they showed Crystar. Crystar was shown at Comic-Con, but Crystar is part of this wave. Also, Classic Vision is part of this wave, as well as Justice from the New Warriors is the rest of the wave. So,
this is a really good wave, honestly.
That's a banger of a comic wave out of Marvel Legends. And I said that about the Marvel Knights wave that built Mindless One. I thought that was oh man, Marvel Legends are back. But that's now 2 in a row where I'm like, holy cow, guys. Spoiling me. But that's actually a wave that looks worth buying at full price. Not
that Build-A-Figure especially.
Yeah. The Build-A-Figure, the fact that the figures themselves come with accessories and hands, these actually feel worth the price, unlike the last few waves where I've been yeah, that's clearance bait. And they have been. So they're making them worth it again. We're back to window boxes. Those will go up for pre-order on October 3rd. With Savage Namor and Power Princess, we have a complete Marvel Justice League. You're totally right, Infinite. You're totally right. I don't think that was an accident.
Took less time to complete the Squadron Supreme than the Justice League.
Actual Justice League.
It's true. It's really true. Then they showed the Spider-Man No Way Home figures, which includes MJ.
You were in for them, I remember.
I'm still in for them. I only ordered 3 of them, but I'm in for them. We've got MJ, which goes with our Ned we got recently. MJ comes with the magic spell box with the Go Home button. So we got that. And we've got Matt Murdock, who comes with...
I love he comes with the brick.
He comes with the Mysterio is right brick. He's a very good lawyer. This wave went up, by the way, for anyone wondering. This wave did go up for pre-order. Can I actually... Oh, good. I can leave the chat open. I don't have to keep clicking back and forth. Whoa, okay. Out of control here. Sandman. He is, of course, in his sand form only because that is how he appeared in the movie. He is a brand new mold because they gave him a sand texture. That is, I guess, the reason why he has no waist swivel.
I mean, honestly, I don't mind waist swivel because it'll probably just look weird.
It would look weird. I don't care because they did a new mold to give him sand texture instead of just being a generic body painted brown. So
brown, yeah.
I'll take it. I'm just not going to pre-order it. All right, then we got to the controversial yet we expected this. The Spider-Mans themselves. So here's a Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man actually is the same mold as the one from the 3-pack. However, he only comes with 4 hands in total instead of 6. So,
but he comes with a Toby head.
But he comes with a Toby head, and
His name is Toby.
We expected a Tobey Maguire head because Figuarts had it, Hot Toys had it, usual stuff. The one we were worried about was Andrew Garfield because his Figuart didn't have it.
There's a reason why.
Yep, we're gonna talk about it. Once we get the packaging.
It's just that his agent thought that Bandai Tamashii screwed up his face.
Nope, that wasn't the reason. That wasn't the reason at all.
One of the designers.
Nope, that's not the reason.
Okay, what was the reason?
The reason why there was an Andrew Garfield head on this Marvel Legend and on the Hot Toy, but not the Figuart, is the colors might be slightly different. I'll compare them when I get them. This is not a Spider-Man No Way Home Amazing Spider-Man. Let's jump ahead here just a little bit. The packaging for these, everybody's in No Way Home cards. Andrew Garfield's in an Amazing Spider-Man 2 card. So, here's the thing. It's just like the Hot Toys, which was also on an Amazing Spider-Man 2 label. It wasn't a Spider-Man No Way Home. What essentially this means is that Andrew Garfield's team signed him a likeness rights deal for Amazing Spider-Man 2 back in the day. They did not sign a likeness rights deal for Spider-Man No Way Home, which is why the only times that his likeness is on a toy is when it's branded Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm. So it's that classic legal... Yeah, legal loophole.
Because one of the Bandai designers heard and said in an interview, it was also because like the agency thought the head sculpt was awful.
It could be that also. I don't
think that's true because unless you can give me like a blog source, you never hear from Bandai designers. So I don't know where that source is coming from. Bandai designers aren't allowed to talk, so
I'll tell you in DM where I got it from.
Okay, well I know who you got it from, but I still don't believe it.
I
still believe it. It comes down to the naming thing because if it was just the face sculpt looks bad, then they just go and make a new one. Not that they deny the license. That's just not how licensing works. If the license was available and they did it, they probably did it and then got the hey, you can't do this because you don't have the license for it. And they weren't going to sign an additional license for Amazing Spider-Man 2.
No, yeah.
That's my guess. I mean, and if it was the head looks bad, then that's not an explanation either because the Figuart head doesn't look any better or worse than the Marvel Legends head. So.
And also, Tom, don't forget Tom.
Yeah, I was going to get to Tom Holland where they did the smart thing. Instead of giving us the integrated suit a third time.
Again.
They're like, hey, let's make that final scene suit that everybody wanted.
It looks so good.
I canceled my Figuart pre-order on site. That was fun.
The figure looks nice, but this is just
the Figuart looks nicer because it looks more. What's interesting is he looks more metallic on the display model in the photos. But
if you look closely, like for the few seconds we do see the final suit, it does have a very metallic sheen to it. Like it looks like Peter went to a hobby store.
What's funny too, it also is still also on top of the metallic. It also felt like it had like a bit of texture like Toby's.
Yeah, it was supposed to be kind of a mixture of all of them. He had the texture of Toby's and the web design of Toby's, but then like the symbols from Garfield's. So it kind of like it was supposed to be a mixture.
It really just gives it a feel where Tom went to a hobby store and just bought like a bunch of material to make the suit.
And he made it kind of he kind of took design elements from his other Spider-Mans to make it. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the wave. But that's not it. We are getting Green Goblin.
Here's a genuine question.
Yes.
Do you think Spider-Man's no longer get bath waves now because
Sony
Spider-Man?
license.
Okay. Well, you say something, but remember the comic wave was also Cardoso.
Yeah, but Sony owns merchandise rights for Spider-Man.
I doubt it was just only
I
movies.
Probably realized Build-A-Figures are inferior now.
Well, no, that's not the thing, because the thing is that Spider-Man wave was definitely 100% had a Build-A-Figure attached, because there ain't no way they designed an entire wave that with 7 figures that only come with hands. Like that wave was there was a Build-A-Figure in there somewhere. I'm convinced
it was probably going to be Lizard.
Because the thing is that I would say this with almost 100% certainty. Because of Sony owns the video games, Sony owns the movies, but Sony has a 25% stake in the merchandising. And so because of that, it's for all Spider-Man. So the thing is, 75% of the merchandising fee goes to Disney, 25% goes to Sony. If Disney wants more of that, they have to charge more so that Sony gets their cut. If Disney wants more fees. And the thing is, every Spider-Man figure has been affected by this in the last year. In the last year, everything is either marked up or is missing stuff it should.
Yeah, this has to be a recent thing.
I'll be back.
Yeah.
Gotta grab dinner.
Yeah, no, but that has to be a very recent thing, because before, Sekasio, Disney has, was it Sony had owning the movie rights, then
and
Disney
the
has
video
everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, where and Disney has everything else, but I guess that means it changed.
I think it changed because the Across the Spider-Verse wave, of course, it's a movie, but that didn't have a Build-A-Figure, and they did a separate deluxe. The Spider-Man retro stuff is for the animated series is also only in two
packs.
2 packs, yeah. So it's very weird, but they do own a stake in Spider-Man merchandising because they own.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's honestly interesting.
Yep.
Especially
I am impressed
that
the Tom Holland Spider-Man here comes with a full 6 hands.
I guess because he's
4.
brand new.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's maybe a reason why. I feel like that's a separate discussion, but I feel like that's also a reason why was it the Spider-Man year? What was that? The cartoon called again? The cartoon might be delayed because it might be freshman year. I feel
freshman
like
year has other problems besides licensing, because the thing is that Disney owns the TV animation rights to Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
They make Spidey and His Amazing Friends full stock. Freshman year is their thing, full stock. That's why in What If, Spider-Man has the Avengers Campus design and not the MCU Homecoming design.
Yeah, that's Sony.
Because Sony owns that design. So, yeah, there's a whole big thing with that. Yeah, Marvel Games works with the Spider-Man stuff, but Sony still owes them full stock. Sony has a very high stake in Spider-Man because that is their one thing that makes them money.
I feel like ever since the Spider-Verse movies, I think especially feels enforced more now. I know this.
I 100% agree. I think because this year was a movie year, they're enforcing it more. All right, moving on. Goblin is coming. We got a Goblin.
He looks so much better than the figure, honestly.
I think him having the crazy face, was good.
He's willing the friend, not willing the foe, like the figure art.
The figure art is I don't like the figure art's face because it's just a deadpan expression. You need your Willem Dafoe with the crazy eyes and the crazy smile.
Also, I love he comes with the helmet. They didn't need to have the helmet because it was literally destroyed at this point in the movie. But I'm glad they put the helmet.
They're like, here's the helmet. We're not making the original look, so have at it.
I mean, we will get the original movie 1 Goblin eventually. Because what's the point?
This one's supposedly $50, so I don't know if we're getting the movie 1 look. We're also getting Doc
easy
Ock.
Reuse.
We're also getting Doc. Well, it's not easy reuse actually, because that's an entirely different mold.
Well, at least the body, the gliders.
The gliders are reused, yeah, but the body is 100% different because of all the changes. We are getting Doc Ock. Doc Ock looking fan-freaking-tastic, and also in a Spider-Man 2 box, despite wearing the turtleneck.
So this is another case of probably legal, blah, 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 here.
Because the thing is that he did not wear that turtleneck in this outfit in Spider-Man 2. This is how he looks in Spider-Man No Way Home. He also doesn't have the nanotech stuff on him, but that's fine. We don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, this is beginning of movie Ock then.
It's a movie Doc Ock. It's a later movie Ock after he gives us the nanotech back even.
They did say Electro and Lizard are coming, right? Didn't they hint that?
Yeah, they basically all but confirmed Electro and Lizard are coming. We're just gonna have to wait a little bit because they're working on these first. Those may end up as a 2-pack. Who knows? We'll see. I think a Lizard would have been a Build-A-Figure if the Wave could have had a Build-A-Figure.
Yeah.
But anyways, there's Doc Ock, and then they did a vote to decide which figure you want to see, and so people were like, first time Marvel Legends character, Red Widow, and then everyone went, who is Red Widow?
That's what happened. I mean, that's what happened.
Yeah, you got what you wished for. You should.
Yep. Probably should have picked the one that was previously only ahead. All right, we're wrapping this up. I gotta get going soon, but we can blow through Transformers real quick. Because if we don't do it now, we ain't doing it ever. Transformers Legacy United. Boom. Here's a poster. The poster had a bunch of characters on it. Big thing. Magmatron front and center. That is a Beast Wars. Was he a Neo? Is he Neo? Or was he second?
Beast Wars Neo. Beast Wars Neo is Magmatron.
Yeah.
Galvatron is second.
Yep. And then also we saw Tidal Wave up here in the corner with Megatron combined with him.
Do you believe the theory that going around where people Tidal Wave will include smaller versions of him?
I not only believe the theory, because I floated the theory out myself even way back when. There's a well-known leaker who just straight up said it, and I 100% believe this is the case. So there is a guy on TFW, JT Prime 17. His information is almost always on point. He said that with Magmatron, all I've been told is the figure contains multiple components, is considered a triple changer, so I'm going to only assume Beast modes, one robot mode, and the weird Centaur mode will be included. Magmatron was an incredibly complex toy. Simplifying it down to a commander class makes sense. Excuse me. He also said for Tidal Wave, Galvatron is also going to be out around the same time as Tidal Wave. Hasbro hopefully can adjust the joints properly before release. Yeah, because Armada Megatron's shoulders are really weird. Parts of the figure should be able to break off Tidal Wave to combine with Megatron and Galvatron. From what I've been told, the entire figure isn't going to break down. That makes sense considering they're making a Tidal Wave as a Titan class. So, yeah, I mean, Titan class Tidal Wave makes sense to me. Commander class Magmatron makes sense to me. And the Transformers team's been on such a hot streak lately. This is going to be fine. We're going to like. I think it's going to be good overall. Do
you think Tidal Waves could be anime colors?
Yes.
The purple.
And I'll tell you why I think it'll be anime colors in this next segment called Soundout Goes Over the Transformers I've already ordered. Legacy United Wave 1 went up for pre-order. For one of the first times ever, there is 0 G1 characters in it.
Yay!
We have reached Nirvana. Real quick, if you did want Power Link's Hot Shot with Jolt, the $45 deluxe set that comes with the Minicon and also comes with 2 guns, which he did use in the series, that is now available on Hasbro Pulse. I believe it is still listed as in stock. I haven't bought mine yet because $45 and I also broke. I barely squeezed out Master Morpher and Omegas, so this wasn't happening. Now, Core Class Megatron from Energon. Hot take, I think this is fantastic. Hot take,
I love this.
I don't think this negates
boy.
us getting a Leader Class 1 later.
No, because, like, if
this
that's
is just
the
a
case,
precursor toy.
Yeah, half the characters in Core Class when they got, like, later, bigger toys then.
Yep.
He looks great. I mean, what's nice is
Energon
Megatron's design so simple. Like, his transformation is so simple, you could literally make that into a Legend or a Core Class.
100%.
He's just a little baby boy. I love it. I love it because with even tinier Armada Megatron tank mode as an accessory.
And I love that he transforms just like the original toy. You know, looks great.
His design is so simple. I love it.
So we got Energon into Legacy. I'm sure we will see more in the future.
I think there was an interview where I think the design team said that if they were to do Energon, they want to keep the Power Links gimmick intact, which, man, that's going to be interesting because, which I understand because, well, you could take out the gimmick like you did with the Armada guys. The problem is the Energon toys were built around that gimmick. Like, literally, their center area needs to have that combiner joint. So, like, it's kind of hard to remove. Because without it, they look like freaks because of how they love their design.
Jeremy Carr wants a live stream of just all of us doing our hot takes.
Is that? Boy. I thought that's every week.
I mean, just hot takes only. Oh boy, should do it for Power Rangers Day next year. Tasmania Kid. This is why I think Tidal Wave is going to be animation colors because Tasmania Kid here is not Snarl.
Beast Wars 2.
He's Beast Wars 2 Tasmania Kid. He looks terrific. They kept the chest is the mouth and the feet are the tops of the heads. So, he's got aesthetically just looks just like he did in the show. I don't have any other things to say about this. This
is great.
Terrific.
He looks great. I love it.
Where's his beast mode? Look at the little puppy.
I love his beast mode.
Look at the little puppy.
It looks so cute. Look at it. I love
puppy. All right. That's good. Our last core class, I guess we'll talk about later because it's not in the gallery here. Animated Bumblebee. I think we talked about him when he leaked. He looks good. I have no problems with this guy.
But does he want the feet to be backwards?
I wish the feet, I just wish the feet were the opposite. I wish he had car feet instead of feet.
It was funny. It's funny. They don't have the Evo Fusion, even though this Bumblebee figure can't and they do the Evo Fusion thing.
Yep. I do not like all this clear plastic, though. It's completely unnecessary.
And I'm scared. I'm kind of scared.
Can we stop making animated Bumblebees that are fragile as hell? Because the original toy was... original toy has
the shoulders.
Infit says that you think they'll give us Energon, Megatron, or Megatron, Optimus, and Starsaber. I mean, I think or Megazord.
Wing Saber technically.
I think we'll get them.
Whatever, getting them. No.
I think we'll get all the Optimuses eventually at this point. All right, new stuff. Legacy United, Chase from Rescue Bots. Unlike Medics, Chase is a new mold. They did confirm they're going to retool this guy into something. I think the theory going around is Prime Cliff Jumper.
Prime Cliff Jumper, a Cyberverse Lockdown.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good generic mold.
He's a car. I mean, it's and then all of his police bits are separate pieces.
Separate.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to see more Rescue Bots. I love their including Rescue Bots into.
Me too. I just wish I could buy Medics. I'm jealous of Canada. Moving on. They're doing this variation of Rock Lords. I'm not super into these. I'm going to be honest, and that's just because you don't like
the Izers, the blank Izers.
I appreciate weaponizers for what they are and what people can do with them. They are just not my thing. I have tried every single variant of them, and I just don't like any of them.
I'm assuming why they're not Rock Lords, because doesn't Bandai own the Rock Lord toys, right?
Yeah, so they couldn't release these in Japan if they were just Rock Lords.
Yeah, it's like because like the way they got Crasher because Crasher they could get away with Crasher because the cartoon design is so different from the toy design, but like the Rock Lords were pretty animation accurate from what I remember seeing. So like you could not release those in Japan, so that's the scenario here.
Infinite says Chase will be remolded in Cliff Jumper. Which version, alive or zombie? Both.
Both. Yeah.
If they can repaint anything in this era, they'll repaint it. Anyways, I think it's cool, the lore stuff. I think that's neat. I'm not even gonna buy one of these. You know, I think at this point,
I'll get the core glass one because I like the core glass one. I love that design.
At this point, if I haven't liked any of these, nothing's changed in my mind.
Well, I mean, the core class had to combine, so it's just a little fun rock motorcycle dude.
If they do a named character in one of these, like they did with the weaponizers the first year, where they did like 6 gun in them, I'll get those. But otherwise, I just avoid them. We got a new Windblade. Sorry, let me correct. We finally got a good Windblade.
A good Windblade toy. Yay!
Is she officially listed as Cyberverse, right?
Yeah, because she has the blue highlights that Cyberverse design has.
And she's mostly red, so she's not the IDW design. She looks terrific. They even kept the removable, like, hair thing on her back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. I love that.
Love that. I can just toss the other one in the garbage. This is fantastic. It's funny, we got our first Windblade for Thrilling 30 and for, I'm not going to use the fan term for 40, because the 40th anniversary term was funny, but we can't say it on stream. This looks even better. I think we've come a long way in 10 years. But yeah, she's Cyberverse branded, but Slipstream, totally. I totally see Slipstream.
No, because I think there's a listing for Slipstream, and she's easy remold here.
Thundertron, who was supposed to be in Prime, but didn't end up in Prime. I see
so many people get, like, my hot take is I love this guy. Like, I understand people are like, hey, he's a wasted slot because he's not in the show. I don't care. It's a robot space pirate. That turns into a Liger. That turns into a mecha Liger.
He's beautiful. I love him. He has his peg leg. That is confirmed. And
great.
What I like about it is that you can plug his foot on his sword.
It's so cool. I love it. I love this figure.
I will totally pick this up, and I will totally pick it up when it gets repainted, because I think it's going to become Leo Breaker.
There's Leo Breaker, then like what Alpha Trizer.
I said it on Friday. I was like, this guy's going to become Leo Breaker, and I'm sticking to it. And Nemesis Breaker, too, when they do that.
And then Alpha Trizer, or was the Leo Convoy repainted in Japan.
Animated Optimus. I'm sorry, I'm moving us along. I need to get going. Animated Optimus.
I love it.
I mean, okay, is there anything bad to say about this? Because I think he's pretty solid.
I love his axe can actually extend like in the show.
Yeah. His truck mode's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I don't have any complaints.
The engineering is actually pretty interesting, because it's how they're like, instead of doing the classic Optimus, like, arms come out, it's like the whole side becomes the arms. Which is interesting. I like that.
All right. And then the thing I slammed my hand on the table about on Friday, Tiger Hawk. I said before the stream, like, people were like, what do you hope to see? I'm like, I want to see Tiger Hawk, and I want to see him repainted into Razor Claw, and that's definitely happening.
I got a huge Mandela effect where it's like, oh, yeah, right, show is purple, toy was blue.
In the show, he is purple. That's why, again, I think Tidal Wave's going to be animation colors. In the show, he was purple. In the show, he did not have a dumb blue visor over his tiger head in beast mode.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like, and he does have that stupid of a broad chest in the animation model. This is Tigerhawk from the last 3 episodes of Beast Wars, 100%. I love it.
The character that died.
He got the cannons. The wing missiles aren't missiles, but you can still detach them as clubs. Love it.
Was it Silverbolt's also rumored to be a Voyager in a later wave for United?
We're getting another bird quadruped this year too. I don't think he needs to be retooled.
What?
We don't need to retool him into Silverbolt. No, Silverbolt needs to be his own thing.
No, he's a Voyager. Silverbolt was covered to be.
He's a Voyager. Yeah, he's going to be his own thing. And the thing is, there's also a Voyager Silverbolt that's also a purple repaint. So let's do it. Or a Universe Silverbolt is what I mean. This looks great.
The Joker color scheme.
The Joker color scheme. I love Beast Wars, guys. I love Beast Wars so much, and I love this toy. I've had the original Tigerhawk since 1999. Okay.
I love that original toy, but it's clunky.
It's so clunky.
Really clunky.
I didn't realize how clunky it was until
you got Razor Claw out.
I'm gonna keep flexing Razor Claw because I found him recently, but I didn't realize how clunky he was until I grabbed with Razor Claw.
I had Razor Claw also.
Yeah. He's as a kid, even though I liked Tigerhawk, he was in too little of episodes for me to want that toy.
Well, yeah, because
when my friends would bring it to school, I just remember it like always falling apart or missing pieces like Rampage, which deterred me from like really getting them as a kid.
Well, what was the story? Was it Hasbro wasn't even sure they couldn't even finish the toy?
They were not sure if they were going to release the toy, and they were thinking about canceling him, and that's why he didn't appear until like the last 3 episodes.
And they get blown up in 3 episodes.
And that's probably because I think they were thinking about like, wait, how do we carry this character into Beast Machines? Beast Machines would have been very interesting if Tigerhawk had lived. I'll tell you that much.
Well, honestly, I wish he did because with Tigertron being so spiritual, that'll fit.
But like also the question is, when they get the virus that regenerates them back into animals, would they split again? Would they split again, or would they still be one being like a Fusor? Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest, man. I wish Beast Machines had elements of like what the final product was, but like the intention of what some of the guys had.
I wish Beast Machines would have let the writers watch Beast Wars.
I wish that
they have such great ideas, but the continuity's a mess.
Yeah, because I wish we just had more Beast and Machines than Machines versus Beast.
Yep. Also, GT Laser Prime's coming back out again for those that missed it.
Again.
Yep.
What I'm curious about was I think in the listings. Speak of Beast Machines.
Oh, here's Rock Cycle. The Rock Cycle's cool.
I love him. He looks great. According to listings, I think we're getting Korkat's Beast Machines Cheetor, right?
Yeah. I think they're testing the less popular shows with Core Class.
I'm curious how they're gonna do Beast Machines because because Beast Machines has a kind of animated thing where they have a very specific art style.
Yeah.
To them. So I'm curious how they're gonna do the Beast Machines characters, and would they be more like the Kingdom, where they have the kind of realistic animal look?
I think they would have to. They'd have to do their own aesthetic. I don't think they can use the Kingdom aesthetic.
Yeah, but I don't think they're gonna go animation. They're gonna go animation accurate because if they are animation,
you physically can't. But you know what they should do? They should look. I hope. Well, I guess because by this point they've already looked at it. I would say. They haven't done Bat Optimus yet, actually, surprisingly. They should have looked at the Beast Machines McDonald's toys as inspiration on how to do them.
They're really the most show accurate.
They're the only show accurate ones, and that includes scaling because some of the later Beast Machines toys are more accurate.
Night Screen is an ultra class for some reason.
Guys, I dug out Night Scream recently. Because I've been cleaning stuff. Night Scream is literally 4 inches taller than Armada Prime, Legacy Armada Prime, and because of his wingtips, he's like 7 inches taller to the wingtips than Legacy Armada Prime. Night Scream is a stupidly huge toy.
Part of the smallest member.
Yeah, and I think I think he'd be in scale with Supreme Cheetor. Yeah,
but why will you?
He's in scale with Supreme Cheetor, but that's it.
But why do you want Supreme Cheetor?
Exactly. And I think Air Attack Optimus Primal from RID is also in that same scale. It's weird that those 3 toys are in this huge large scale.
They're the please boy me mom class of
Kyle, I was talking about the super mode. Yeah, in the super mode, Night Scream is still like a bunch taller. Daniel Falconer, yeah. When are we going to get mini compacts? I agree.
Well, because we know there have molds because the Shatterglass Sideswipe has the minicon for Wheeljack.
Yeah, once Wheeljack exists, you'll probably come with this minicon.
Because I think they're scared to do minicons because how bad the Micromaster sold. So.
I would say it's not even a fear, but more like Hasbro corporate's like, no, you ain't doing tiny robots again. You failed that last time.
They sold badly last time.
They sold so badly. I'm gonna put a note into my notes for next week. I'm gonna bring Night Scream out. Bring Night Scream.
That should be a YouTube short. You should do
and
a
Legacy
YouTube
Prime.
thing.
I might YouTube short it. I gotta do something. I gotta show you guys the size of that Night Scream toy. Like that's gotta work. If they did Beast Machines Megatron, how do you make it work? You make a dragon transform, and then he comes with a shell that goes around him.
Hey, we do. I kind of.
I mean, the original toy had the idea like the McDonald's toy.
The wings become the
cloak. The cloak, yeah.
The cloak.
Yeah.
I personally kind of want a new toy. Was it Mega Bolt? The head, the one that touches the giant head.
Yeah, I like that toy a lot. I put him on my Fortress Maximus.
If they're smart, they'll secretly put an attachment to put on that Fort Max reissue.
Yeah, I'm surprised they have not done like the VA content because that's like the most most part of.
We did get Tankor during Thrilling 30, and that was a good.
Yeah, but we want big Tankor.
Yeah, I want like a Voyager Tankor. Voyager Tankor. A Voyager Jetstorm.
Give us Striker. Give us Striker.
I'd do Striker as a leader, Obsidian as a Voyager.
Yeah, you guys a scout class.
If we don't have enough news next week, let me just put this down. If we don't have enough news next week, we're just gonna like make our own Legacy Beast Machines line. We'll just.
Remember when you and me did it for Beast Wars when Kingdom first got announced? We made like this. How many? And then they but it sucked.
Yep. How many just became true?
I don't know. I think we thought Scorponok would be a Voyager, and then he was a deluxe.
Nope. Nope.
We thought Scorponok would be like one of those cheated Voyagers where we're like, oh yeah, he'll be small, but they'll try to be like he's a Voyager because look at all these accessories.
And then we thought they'd make it so he'd like fully collapse together, but then they didn't. I don't like the Kingdom Scorponok's one. I don't like out of the Beast Wars stuff. I like.
Oh yeah, dude, I hate it because all of the add-on kits are the way to make him perfect.
Yeah, I don't like having to buy add-on.
You gotta buy 2 add-on kits.
Yep.
You gotta buy 2 add-on kits, which totals up to like $25.
Mm-hmm. On that note, if next week we have time,
a slightly bigger deluxe.
Yeah, he's a really tiny deluxe, but I was gonna say if we have time next week, maybe we'll just like sit here and like, because I love Beast Machines, I could do this all day. We just go like, all right, this character be this class, this character be this class, that kind of thing. So,
anyways,
we gotta wrap up because I got an appointment to get to in less than an hour. So.
Well, anyways, for people who are curious,
yes,
this week we might plan to do a Cosmic 3 watch party on the Soundout Protocol Discord server.
So come join the Discord and see if we end up pulling it off.
We'll make announcements like what time and date and yada yada when we're gonna have it. But if you want to watch Cosmic Fury with us, come join the Discord in the link below.
In the link below. If you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like button. And this week's videos will be kind of an interesting mix. I planned it out today. I'm going to review those In-Circle Sonic DVDs that everyone hates on Wednesday. Spoiler alert, I don't like them either. Tomorrow's short should be a Lightning Collection lottery, assuming what showed up in the mail was what I thought it was.
That's his own lottery.
Thursday's short is going to be my updated Marvel Legends want list, because my want list, I did one a while back. It didn't do that well as a full video, so I'm going to try it as a short. And then it'll be like whatever didn't get made, because from the last list, I had 12 picks on the last list, and 7 of them didn't get made. But that also means like 5 of them did, so that was actually pretty good. So I'm gonna.
Let's say, does Robbie count anymore? Or no.
No, I took Robbie off the list because they tried to make him and it didn't go well. So he's not on the list anymore. Even though I still want him, he's off the list because they tried to make him and it didn't happen. But I'm going to do it. I've already mapped it out. It's just going to be like the top 12. It's updated. There's some stuff added that have like happened in the last year, like comics I've read that I'm like, oh, I want this or something like that. So you'll see it on Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to do a ranking of the Power Rangers crossovers, not on a tier list. Like I'm just going to rank them like 19 to 1. So that'll be fun. That'll be Friday. Because I figured for Cosmic Fury, I should have a Power Rangers video out. And that's easy to do.
Is that counting comics or no?
A video called Morphin into Outer Space.
The human race with Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. I'm just doing the TV ones because I thought if I do the comic ones, it opens up a whole can of worms.
That'll be unfair.
Beyond the Grid, Shattered Grid, the Turtles crossover, the Godzilla. It's just I was like, this is too much. Just crossover episodes. Just crossover.
People keep forgetting about the Just Sleek one.
That's one was my favorite one because it has Superman telling Kimberly, "Ma'am, please land the pterodactyl."
Is that the rival Boogie with the Bear?
It does. It does rival Boogie the Bear. I also like the scene where the Rangers jump Batman because they think he's a bad guy. They're like, "Oh no, he's animal themed. Get him." Yeah, so, but yeah, it'll be just like the episodes, because I think I want to rank them, but I don't want to do it on a tier list. I want to actually, like, commit to things and be like, this is my number one.
Right, you want to write 19. A script.
Yeah, it'll have a script and stuff. It won't be just off the cuff. It will be off the cuff, but it's just going to be, I'll outline it in advance and stuff, so. And then next week I'll do a Sonic home video history, I think, is the current plan, because I think we should do a Sonic home video history, but I wanted to do the in-circle releases first, because if I do the Sonic home video history, it's going to be like, wow, in-circle didn't do a good job with these, and then go, look how great their Sonic Boom release is. So I want to flip the timeline there, so that I get the review out first. That's like, here's about these specific releases and the problems with them, and then do the history part where I go show by show, essentially. So.
You need help with that one. I can do some research for that one.
I haven't done any research on it yet, so I pushed it off till next week. So Sonic OVA will be included. Any of the Sonic non-game material stuff will be on that. So, but we got to wrap up because I got to get going. So see you guys next week. We'll be live streaming normal time. This week is all going to be videos.
You can find all of us in Sounds Discord.
Yes, you can.
Link below.
And more specifically, twitch.tv/FighterCast tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern for King of Tuesdays.
Yes.
Yes.
And check out hero-club.com.
Exactly. So
follow our Patreon. Follow our Patreon, please.
Go join the Hero Club Patreon if you want to see more interviews with actors from Japanese Tokusatsu, because they cost money. So yeah, but we'll see you guys. If we see you on streams this week, great. If we see you guys next Monday, also great. I'll see you guys next time.